The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the guests. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the host. I'm a stupid robot.
Give it up for the funny, the hilarious. King of the open micers and the one-liners, Alonzo Cantu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
Is the screen thing not gonna work?
What? Probably not. Either way.
Aced.
That's not the important part. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in every Saturday, this Saturday. Yeah, the screen thing, I mean, it'll only show my thing, and then it's not going to be able to work for the audience. So we might not be looking at things today. Is that all right?
It's all right.
Is that all right with you?
We can listen, maybe, if there's something that's like fun to listen
Oh, the
to.
audience will be watching. You guys can listen and use your imaginations.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just describe it to you.
Ooh.
Like when you watch, have you ever started a Netflix movie and they've done the audio description?
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Large Paramount scream emits from screen. We watched an entire movie one time that was audio descriptions, and it was a hard watch. It's almost not worth.
Do you ever
watching.
see like subtitles for a joke and you're like, did that joke land for deaf people?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, no, I watch subtitles all the time. It's interesting that Sam, either way. The point is that, hey, how's it going, guys? We're starting the show. It is Saturday, the year of our Lord. Today is, what is it, the 5th of October. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me turn that up a little bit more. I don't know why it feels like my sound effects are low as fuck, which is weird. I don't know.
That sounds good in my ears.
Yeah, but I have it all the way jacked up. Let me see if it's... See, that's what I'm saying, and then the other ones they're not as weird. I don't know, I guess that's fine.
Maybe our voices are lower than normal.
I don't know. Is that what it is? I don't know. Huh? All right. Yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter. All right, so...
Zandy, how does it sound?
Oh, shit, I gotta pull up the fucking Restream chat. See, I spent all this time doing literally everything besides what I should have been doing, which is kind of the theme of my life. See, what I've decided to do is just not feel bad about being lazy about shit anymore. You know, I used to get all stressed out and be like, oh my gosh, things aren't working. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Nobody likes me. And then I just accepted that is true. And now everything's fine. And of course, it's going to want to make me do this whole weird sign-in thing when I'm trying to get into Restream. So that's beautiful.
Oh, the crosswalks?
Yeah, it's making me do the buses. And everything's just like not wanting to connect. This thing keeps disconnecting on me for some reason, which is so gay. So we're going to go to position this one. Let me go to this position and see if this works.
So how's your day been, Sam?
Oh my gosh. Everything is fucking up right now. That is
It's
hilarious.
been good, dude.
There we go.
Went on a run yesterday, so I'm feeling that. And
Did you run up any hills?
I did, yeah. I ran up a hill. I did the long stretch around my apartment. I saw a skunk. And when you see a skunk in the dark walking with its tail up, it just looks like a loose capuchin monkey. And I almost shit myself. I just thought, there's monkeys loose in San Antonio. Nope, it was a skunk. And
there was, when I was in the 8th grade, I was walking home from school.
Thank God. All
and
right,
there was this
one down.
like hole and just along the way, and I looked inside of it just like passing by, and I just see a skunk, and it like lifts up its tail, and I was like fat as shit at the time, but I just sprinted like probably a mile, because when I first looked back, the skunk was following me.
oh no. He figured I can get this fucker.
But eventually it got bored and turned back.
So you're saying this guy jumped out of this hole to pursue you?
For a few seconds, yeah.
Oh, fucking.
I got chased by a skunk. I don't know if anybody saw it, but they just saw a fat little 8th grade
I was
boy.
going to say, what's more embarrassing, a skunk following you or you having to run? What was probably more embarrassing?
Wait, you're not going to run from a skunk?
No, I'm just saying like having to be like a big kid running, you know.
No, I mean, I think both were equally as embarrassing.
I've never thought that running away from something was something to be like embarrassed about. Usually that's like, I'm showing off my speed. I'm showing off my agility. I think a cat ever feels bad about running away from shit. He's like, yep, got away again.
Do you guys know what you look like running? And like, have you ever seen yourself running?
Well, I do like the Naruto run, so I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, no, I think I run pretty stupidly. I think I fling my legs out like stupidly. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. You're not going to be seeing it for that long because I'm fast, boy. All right? I might run dumb, but I run dumb fast, too.
That's true. That's true.
Man.
Not normally at the Olympics are they like, oh, look at her legs. You know, like they're just like, wow, she's fast. So, but good point there. Good point.
I know.
Just be fast. You don't need to look good.
You'll see somebody running just on the street, and you'll look at their form, and it's just like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah,
You're a
so sometimes
stupid
you have
shit.
to acknowledge how dumb they look.
You came outside with these limbs, like.
I give people credit because I run on the street, and I think I probably look like shit too. Because I'm always like a raptor, you know, or a T-Rex. My hands are always up high, and they move small. And so I just look real dumb. I look like I look like a gay guy that's in a haunted house. Always like just kind of hands up, a little scared looking. That's how I look.
I kind of like loose by the sides, like
like
like I'm a marionette puppet, like chasing someone.
like a marionette that had the arm strings cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What I'm trying to do is trying to make it so the phone doesn't go black every time that I don't look away from it. And it's all good.
I hate that shit so much.
I thought I was so smart yesterday because I came up with this idea. It's because I was rewatching Mae West. And I'm like, oh shit, I could be Gay West. And all the jokes are about me just wanting to suck dicks. And then Sam said, oh, why don't you come up and fuck me in the ass sometimes? This totally did the funnier idea. But it turns out I went online and I found out that some guy in RuPaul's Drag Race already did Gay Mae West. And he did the exact same thing that Sam did, come up and see me. But he'd never seen that. Come up. How about you come up and fuck me in the ass sometimes?
Yeah, it's kind of the lowest hanging fruit, too.
I know. And
Yeah.
as such a Mae West fan, I think that, oh, wow, that'd be the first one I'd think about. But no, it wasn't. And it really just made me feel like, I don't know. I was like, man, I'm losing it. I'm losing my game. I gotta fucking get my shit back together. So I was like, all right, I'd be WC Fags, you know. That'd be good. And then John was saying that he just gets drunk on cum, you know? Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of, I just be like, hey, does somebody come in this? And they'd be like, oh, no. I'd be like, well, I don't want it or something. I don't know. That's not even a good WC Fields. But the point is I'll work on it. Then I'll be on RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, that doesn't even make sense.
Could WC Fields have like a brown nose because of all the shit on his nose from eating assholes?
Yeah, I like that. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Instead
he's
of a
got
big
the cheeks. Yeah.
Instead of the big round nose.
Yeah.
All right. I like this.
I was thinking Buster Seaman, and it's like all kind of like mimetry.
Yeah, he's just always making lewd gestures and stuff or whatever. He's just silent. Yeah, he's like a silent film fucker.
So we got
exactly.
WC Fags.
There's just like you can go to the theater and just see a clip of him like spreading his ass.
Yeah,
and
Jack
time,
Benny already works.
at that time, it's the first time people had seen footage, so they thought it was a real asshole coming at them. They were all jumping out of their chairs. Oh, I smell it.
Several of the guys in the audience jumped up and tried to fuck the ass through the screen.
Mine would be Groucho Farts, and it's just a fart fetish, Groucho Marx. So he still has the mustache, but it's got like shit stains on it, and then like he's constantly having like Harpo and Specco. What are their names? Harpo and Guccio like fart right into his open into his open
Marx?
mouth. His open
Guccio
mouth.
Marx.
Yeah, Guccio Marx.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a good one too.
Bending their little ass over and flipping their tails up and farting into his open mouth.
Yeah.
That's called the Three Stooges.
Imagine if you were
Three
in.
splooges.
I just feel like if you could just be into shit and farts, nothing could stop you. You'd be sexually unstoppable.
Well, your base is so low. Everyone else's base is like, oh no, man, don't fart around me. Like that's weird. I definitely don't want you to pee on me. He's like all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is puke like the last bastion?
No, I think puke's way easier. I think puke's like, I think it goes. Well, I mean, I think it just comes to. I think it's your own fucking
Reference.
Yeah, it's your own kind of thing, you know. And also depends on the puke, you know. But I'd rather be puked on than shit on. I don't know about you.
Ooh, that's tough, dude.
Is that a tough one? That's weird.
Here's the thing: I smell farts and poop more than I smell vomit. So that's my own opinion of like, I don't want to smell it because it will induce me vomiting. I want to smell. If I'm going to have to be into this, it's going to be into farts and poops because I smell it all the time. And my own, you like your own flavor, right?
I don't know. I guess so. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely biased towards my own shits. I mean, but I don't think we're talking about your own shits.
Well, that's the thing. How do scat play people masturbate? Do they shit and their shit is the thing that turns them on?
I think sometimes. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's the wide spectrum of shit play. This is why I was trying to get Laura Ortiz to talk about on her show. But she was like, I don't want to do that. Well, she actually didn't, but
Afraid to tackle the tough subjects.
I know.
Yeah. What's the point of even being in media if you're not there to challenge the form?
I watched
No journalistic integrity, really.
None.
I was thinking about this recently though, but I remember when I forget how I got my ribs broken. I think I got into a fight. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I got into a fight. It was when fucking Brit like knocked me down. So what happened was I wouldn't have gotten knocked down by this punch. I swear to God, because I got big fucking thick legs and shit. So it's kind of hard for me to get knocked down like that. But when I stepped back, there was a fucking little like coffee table thing, and I fell back on the coffee table, and there was a candy dish. It was at the Bang Bang bar. You know how it all looks like your grandma's house and shit. So basically, so I like fell into a grandma table with like a bunch of Werthers and a glass dish. And that's what fucking broke my ribs really bad, is that glass dish in my shit. So my shit was like, where it was like, breathing hurts, but also like it hurts so bad you can't shit. Like you just can't and all that. So I hadn't shit for such a long time that I was like, I watched a video of someone shitting so I could be like, I just wanted to remember what it looked like. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, I miss it. I miss doing that so bad. Like maybe I was like, maybe this will motivate my ass. You know what I mean?
But you just end up teasing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I just got blue balls, but
you got brown balls.
Exactly. Got the case of the brown balls.
Watching an asshole dilate and ready and being prepared for it, that's pretty sobering to watch. That's like I'll go on to Zamster or something. Zamster. And you do like the roll.
I like
of
how
the
you
die.
pronounced it, Zamster.
Zamster.
It's like you actually know the scientific. They call it X-hamster, like Zamster.
Well, in the industry we say Zamster.
Yeah.
But you'll get the roll of the die, and you kind of see like, oh, maybe this is like a hot like changing room video, and then you realize it's instantly a camera in a toilet, them sitting down taking a big shit.
I didn't think they'd have shit on X-hamster. I remember back in the day when you couldn't have piss on regular websites, but
dude, so much shit on there.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
X-hamster?
Yep, that and like
I'll have to
Motherless.
take a look. Well, I know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I'm conflating them.
Yeah, I think you might have a little crossover there when it comes to the porn websites. But dude, Pornhub, if they ever lift that fucking ban, I'm never gonna jerk off there out of fucking principle and shit.
I wasn't jerking. I mean, Pornhub's just like, that's so entry level.
Well, here's the thing. So we live in Texas, and Pornhub, they put out a fucking blockade against us because they're dirty perverts and flesh merchants and degenerate pornographers. And if you mess with Texas, you might as well fucking mess with God, son. I don't know. But it was annoying because you go to Pornhub and you got your penis in your hand, you know what I mean? And you're looking up thing and you click a link and it goes to the Pornhub thing. But what do you see? It says, oh, dude, you're fucking government officials. You can't beat off to stepsisters pissing on each other, because of your Protestant laws or whatever, your Puritan ways and values and shit. I'm like, oh, guess what, Pornhub? Maybe you guys are just too dirty and disgusting. Maybe we should look into your practices.
What if
I was like doing almost like a census after the porn ban. It's like, do you feel like you've become a better person? And the common consensus was yes.
What porn ban?
The Texas porn ban, like when that, like, it's not just Pornhub. It was
it's red gifs, everything.
Yeah, which is gay. It's like, all right, well, that just makes me and my penis, want it more and shit. What you're gonna fucking? I'm a goddamn American, motherfucker. I paid my taxes. I don't
think it's stopping anybody, but it adds a layer of inconvenience. So maybe in certain situations where you wouldn't.
I like to think that the governor enforced the rule.
In what fucking situation? If I was at work, it's like, what are you talking about? In the privacy of my own home, when I'm about to spank off, you know what I mean? I don't want no fucking politics in the bedroom. All right, not here. Do not tread on me, and it's my fucking penis instead of the fucking instead of the snake. Yeah, exactly.
But it's still coiled up.
It's still cut into pieces. Yeah.
Or is that the 13 original?
No, that's that's an anti.
And then the Anaconda plan is how they won the Civil War.
Anaconda flag.
The 3/5 compromise.
Good one.
I like to think that the governor enforces this because his dick don't work, because he's in a wheelchair and he lost the feeling like below the waist. So because his dick don't work, he wants to make all of us suffer.
Is it even up to him? That's what I'm saying. I thought Pornhub just had to do some extra shit that they didn't want to do, so they're putting it on Texas.
I think you're right. I think it's just a matter of the states.
It's a matter of porn, dude. You're gonna believe those dirty. I'm saying you're taking Pornhub's side against the fucking family, Sam. You're the. That's what I'm saying. This is torn us apart as a fucking state and as
You're right.
almost country.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
Isn't the
You don't
ask
believe the
just
fucking
that,
pornographers.
We'll never secede at this rate.
they have to make an account with like an ID verified.
Aren't they supposed to verify your age in the first place? What's the problem with doing, just like you say, one more, like just signing up to do a deeper dive? Or wait, you're saying real ID, so they're gonna have our ID.
I think it's real ID.
That's why they're gonna have our fucking ID.
No, but here's the whole thing. Okay, here's the whole thing with that. First off, I think. So why? So all these other porn sites that I'm still on breaking the law now in Texas and shit? It's like I don't. Like,
some of them are. I mean, a lot of the main ones have that ban now in place.
Reddit's cool though. Reddit's kind of got their shit together still.
dude, here's the thing. I don't know.
Maybe it's. I don't know if it's. You need the ID. Maybe it's just you need an account.
If they take away porn, I'm gonna start knocking up chicks. All right, and then we don't have abortions no more. Yeah. So how about that, Governor Abbott? All right, that's my compromise to you. You bring back the pornography. Or actually, fuck you. Why am I going against that guy too? Fuck you, Pornhub. I don't know what they're doing, but that's what I'm saying. And you know what? It's like, what, am I going to trust Pornhub with my fucking driver's license? I'm going to trust those dirty fuckers with that?
Not at all.
One week you're signing up with your driver's license. The next week you're in a girls do porn video.
Yeah, exactly. I'm AI'd and or now that I'm the CEO of Pornhub when shit comes down and all that. And it's
You are a shareholder at that point.
yeah, exactly.
No, I think it's I mean, to me, it didn't really have that much of an effect because I've always used a VPN, and so the annoying thing is you have to go and switch it to another country. And so I was like, yesterday I was in Bhutan looking at porn, which was cool.
You just have to switch it to a different state.
I can't with mine. I have to. It just takes a lot more time. But I changed it to like Mexico, Canada, and like Bhutan.
Yeah,
which is cool because Bhutanese chicks are.
I like the idea of Sam on the Bhutanese internet, but still, it works a lot better.
Sam scamming old Bhutanese ladies somehow.
If you go as close as possible.
Dude, I wonder what the Bhutanese porn comments are like and shit. And then Sam's just there too, just spreading Bhutanese hate propaganda.
They're the way they type is so cool, but I'm always like, more tits, please.
I don't know why. I love reading porn. It's such a hacky bit. I hate when I hear stand-up comedians talk about the porn comments and stuff, but yeah. I do like to read porn. I like to read comments. I like to hear what people are talking about, and you know what I mean, while I'm watching stuff, because they'll point out shit in the porn I didn't even notice, and I'm like, damn, I'm glad now we got these porn comics and these fucking, these people pointing out that vintage shit in the background. Holy shit, they got a vintage Bart Simpson from.
There's still a guy who's like, first. There's like the same kind of comments as on YouTube.
First. I came first. I came to this first. But have you noticed when it's an amateur porn, I always feel like the number one show in the background is always Family Guy. Yeah. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Family Guy or Planet Earth.
You throw in some Family Guy and you start getting to fucking, dude.
It is weird watching a girl suck a dick very up close, hearing Peter Griffin.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're in the episode and you're just thinking.
That reminds me of the time I almost ate a guy's ass.
Yeah. That reminds me when I was WC Fag. Ah, man. Dude.
Oh, Peter.
Oh yeah, no, I had an idea. I want to get you a Howard Stern costume and all that. And just have you do Howard Stern. Yeah. I was thinking about doing blackface Robin. I'm like, oh, Howard, you crazy?
You'll put me there, and you'll be there. I'm there. We'll put you in the kitchen as the Robin, and you'll be the guest.
Let's make like a cardboard Sibian. Like somebody has to put their hand in the box and let's
make the skeleton ride the Sibian.
Yeah. You know what's a sad thing about me is that I would have one if I could afford it, and by that I mean, even if I couldn't afford it, but if I had the money, you know what I mean? It caught me at the right day. But the problem is with the Sibian, especially in a small apartment like mine, it's just going in the closet and gathering dust. You know what I mean? It's like
also your downstairs neighbor is going to be so pissed.
Imagine if I just get addicted to it and I can't even jack off unless I'm sitting on it, unless I got my asshole on the Sibian and shit.
Is getting absolutely just beaten up.
I bet it's also even though in your mind you're like, oh, this is. Next time I have a girl over, this could potentially be like a really hot way to start it off. It's still like you have to go through the process of, yes, I have one of the most expensive female.
Yet I live
pleasures.
in an apartment with a 1998 totaled Nissan Maxima, unsalvageable.
These are my priorities.
You can see what I invest in. All right, podcast
Pleasure for
equipment
women.
and Sibians and WC field
Yeah,
posters.
that's what I'm saying. Obviously, I care about your pleasure. All right,
I will-
this ain't for me. I'm not sitting on there with my asshole jerking off every night.
If I had one, I would create like a special box in the living room that it sits in, so that it is treated like with lights.
Like a pet?
Yeah,
like
like-
it's a part of the family. But tape it to a Roomba.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be some kind of multifunctional kind of thing where it's like, oh, here's my fucking $1,000 back massager
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
shaped like a pyramid.
Yeah.
It's like what?
It's in the center console of my car. My room.
It should also have like a battery charger on it too, so I can just have my phone charging off it.
You're just on the bus.
It has a mic coming out with a pop filter.
That'd be the thing. It'd be so expensive that I wouldn't even want to do sexual shit on it. Like, bitch, you better not come on this thing. You get one drop of pussy juice on my $1,000 Sibian.
You get too wet and it gets in the gears.
Yeah, you get too wet, you're gonna get electrocuted. All right, panties on, please. I thought it was just hot when Howard Stern would get like just like celebrities to ride it. I'm
Oh
like,
my god, dude! When he got there
Get
was
on,
that
Michael
girl.
Bolton.
There was that that woman who was on a reality show and then she got famous for marrying. I'm gonna figure it out. I'll find it. Sorry.
that'd
Paris
be funny, dude.
Hilton.
I bet that's what I'm saying. If we had one, we'd probably be surprised at the chicks that would be like, "Yeah, I'll fucking do it. I've always wanted to try it. Okay, why not?"
Well, I'd be first in line.
Yeah. Tuttle, you don't got to put on the wig, man. I know it's you. You just fucking, you can just use the Sibian.
Can we put me on the Sibian and then play a copyright free cover of Roxanne?
That wow.
Check it out. You can rent a Sibian.
Turn the
That's
lights
what.
red.
See, I was thinking. I was like, we should just have this in the green room, just the guests when they're bored. Just to-
Check it. You can rent one.
Where
Why
can
would you
rent
want
it?
to rent
Where can
one?
you rent
How
it
much
from?
does it cost? What's that? How much does it cost to rent one? Because that will make me buy one right now. If there's a market for that, that's an investment. It's like having a
So,
pickup truck.
Unfortunately, fellas, this is a euro only.
Ooh.
Of course, it's those fucking freaks. Those are the only people that ever rent a Sibian.
Dude, what about Alonzo? If nobody's on the Sibian, you just like strap a light to it, so it's constantly moving whenever the podcast is on.
Just vibrating.
Yeah, you just see the vibration in the back. It vibrates into frame and out of frame.
That'd be interesting.
Motion is good.
I don't know.
Motion is good.
So, see, it's hard for me to get, funny, when I'm just thinking about how you guys are trying to turn my house into a den of iniquity. But it's like when you have one Sibian, I feel like that's the first 8-ball that sends you down the fucking, the addiction into whatever, it's like, all right, I can't just have the Sibian because now I got to do the Sibian lifestyle. You know what I mean? I have to have everything that goes along with the Sibian, all the trappings.
Well, you're like you have to have a second Sibian so you can look face to face with your wife as you both come.
Yes.
So you can kiss each other. It's such a thing where it's like being a Jeep owner. Once you buy one, start buying all the bullshit that goes along with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You've got the rubber duckies sitting on your Sibian. You've got like the tactical attachments.
I bet
on
they
the
have
rear.
meetups. We should have like Sibian meetups and stuff like that.
You know the
In a parking lot of like.
You know the dick pill commercials where it's like the couple like holding hands in the bathtub at the end? What if
Yeah,
they're just
two
writing
Sibians.
Sibians?
And let's be real. For your office space, you have it on wheels so you can ride it around and get up to your computer.
Oh, like an exercise ball.
Yeah, it's an exercise ball, but every now and then you get a couple of pulses. It's like microdosing mushrooms as a hard worker.
When I first heard the word Sibian, I thought like it was like named after like a country or like a group of people. I was like,
Syrian?
yeah, I was like, man, what's up with Syria where they love to fuck girls hard?
What I'm saying is like it's not even it's just like a vibrator, right? It's just
Power
like
vibrator. That's all it is. Yeah.
a power vibrator. Like it's the most powerful vibrator.
Well, when you like make the entire base just like a motor.
I want to know the whore that needed that. She's like, more, double it. double it. She's just like this old bitch with just the fucking loosest.
Her clit's got like scars. on it.
Patient zero just
Yeah.
in the Sibian labs.
Her clit's a clunt.
They keep working her. She's just like dead on the thing until they wake her up. And they're
Do you-
like, come on.
Do you think they tested on monkeys?
This was not tested on animals.
Rats?
Yeah, it's like they have tiny little mock-up versions. All right, now we can industrialize this. We can go full size now. They have a little Howard Stern rat.
So you're gonna come for us?
behind
You're
the
gonna come
desk
for
with
us?
the
Let's see you
glasses.
come. Come on, let's do this. Let's come. Come on.
Man, we spend our money on the stupidest shit. I can't believe the government still funds this shit. All the money we have to spend on the Howard Stern rat's contract. Just on his radio contract.
He got signed to Rat Sirius XM.
Oh, Adrian Curry when she did it. Oh, dude.
Who's even Adrian Curry?
She
I
was
thought
like,
that when you said that, I was like a basketball player got on.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Steph Curry doing 3-pointers while coming.
brother, Adrian Curry. Man, I love this show, Howard.
Howard, you crazy.
Howard, crazy.
Wow, you gonna come for us? Come on, Steph. Come on.
Shoot a 3 with your ass, Steph.
Steph, your light-skinned skin is beautiful. She was a model. She was on, I think she was like one of the first winners of America's Next Top Model. She won the first cycle, and then she went on to be like a kind of a gross. She was on The Surreal Life. Remember VH1's The Surreal Life?
No, trust me. There's like a legit celebrity that he got to be on that.
Oh, no, he got like, thanks. I think he got Pam Anderson to do it, but then he got,
Come on, splash for me, Steph.
so are you gonna come for us or what?
All right, I'm going to try something I haven't tried before where I smoke a cigarette but I bring the microphone out with me.
Octomom did it.
Octomom did it? Really?
Dude, Octomom's cool.
Wouldn't it be cool if she was also an octopus?
I like how people are trying to shame Octomom for trying to be the best mom ever.
I like that.
Bunch of jealous-ass moms.
She was just hot, and they were pissed off. They liked her tongue. Like, she had good lips. She was a sweet lady, and she had a lot of kids that she took care of.
In my opinion, it just shows how little we respect women, you know, that we would ever disrespect Octomom for what?
No one would ever treat
Treating one.
Octodad like that.
Exactly, Octodad. Yeah, what about Octodad? Never heard anything about that motherfucker. Exact, dude. Jesus goddamn Christ, Tuttle, you're a fucking genius. All right.
Octodad, if you're listening, we'd love to interview you.
Octodad can eat an octo.
He's gonna have some strong ass fucking swimmers, like eight babies tying at once.
Well, no, I think she did some shit where she took a bunch of fucking chemicals or whatever, like some baby making chemicals.
She did like IVF plus.
Yeah, exactly.
So like one sperm is holding the door open for the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. And usually,
Yeah. It's one sperm slices open the egg and is like, come on, we can all do it together.
Hell yeah.
and that's God's will, you know.
And that's on God.
Yeah,
And
God,
that's on Octomom.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Decamom. Decamom.
Dodecahedron mom.
Ooh.
She's like a fucking
Wouldn't you
multi-sided
think that
cube.
Octomom wasn't she like a white chick?
No, she was kind of.
She had a little something Latin
She was
in
a
her.
little Latina, I think.
Yeah, but you would think she'd have a lot more than a little, you know.
According to the census, she's white.
Yeah.
Nadia Suleiman.
That was who it was? Nadia Sulman?
Yeah.
All right, that sounds about Octomomish.
1975. So she's at the great. She's 49. So she's at that kind of awesome age.
If I was a chick, I'd be like, I want to be Octomom. I get that Octo chick from the fucking government.
I wanted to do like a influencer MMA fight. So Octomom in the Octagon.
Octomom in the Octagon.
Against
Nice.
Kate from John and Kate Plus 8.
Ooh.
So two
versus
mommies.
John from
Trying to come off of his DJing job, trying to make some money.
dude. That
Wasn't that the
I have
saddest
nothing but
thing
respect
to
for
see?
women, but I'm gonna murder that bitch.
That was the saddest thing to see. Is like she was in fucking psychopath, and she divorced him and dragged his name through the mud. And then like 2 years later, he was on like Hollywood Inquirer. There's like a photo of him being a DJ. It was like a bad Polaroid, like, you know, flash photo of him just looking fat and like working on a DJ booth. And honestly, fuck that, because he was working hard.
Here's my thing. Yeah, dude, why
child
would
support.
Oh wow, I'm gonna feel bad for the DJ doing fucking drugs and fucking chicks behind the DJ booth. Oh my god,
No,
wow.
man, show some
He's
respect.
really going down bad. It's not like he was in the fucking gutter or working at fucking fast food.
Well,
He's
that's
a
the thing.
DJ.
He
He's
was
at
just
a
working.
club.
He just had a job. He wasn't like directly.
That's not even a job. What do you mean? Like, I mean, no
defend
disrespect to
Kate.
no disrespect to DJs out there, but I mean that's not necessarily a you know, it's about as much a job as fucking I don't know doing
Look, you
comedy.
defending Kate is putting you on the wrong side of history. She has since been canceled. Her adult
What did she
children
do?
say that she's abusive,
What?
Oh.
Like abusive physically?
mentally, emotionally, and I don't know. Man.
That's just called being a woman. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. You can't say
also-
women are fucking mentally and physically abusive. I don't know one that ain't. I never met one woman in my entire life that doesn't have the exact same fucking things that they do. I mean, obviously some are crazier than others. Some take it to a fucking criminal level.
Also, imagine you're having like a beautiful day with your kids, and then a TLC producer walks up to you and is like, "Could you maybe fuck with them a little?
no, exactly, absolutely.
We need a little drama this
No,
episode."
I think she was fucked up by her circumstances too. Yeah. No,
What?
she was like kind of annoying in the first season, but then she became a tyrant.
I never watched this show because
great show.
yeah. Was it a
I
great
would-
show?
I
What was the
watched it.
premise?
That
They have
they were just
8
living
kids.
8 kids, and they have to live with them.
Like there was 2 kids that were.
But that's just called being
twins.
Irish. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't a show back in the day. That was just called either being a Catholic or being a fucking Mormon.
Well, it was because it was like one set of twins, and then there was
Sextuplets.
sextuplets. So like it was like an interesting, I
The
guess.
sexiest of the tuplets.
The sexiest of the multiples of children.
you had sex and then had sex tuplets, dude. That's great.
So I think both of those women are known as like the IVF, like the 2 horsemen.
They're in the
of
Israeli
IVF.
army.
You can't blame me. Right? I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about stupid sex tuplets jokes. So this all grow up to be supermodels.
John and Kate plus sex.
Man, why are they so hot? There were sex tuplets, dog. They were born that way.
Dude, especially the boys.
I think it's such a fun idea to. I was just thinking about being a hot guy, you know, but movie star, like Johnny Depp level, you know, where you're hot, and then you also can like pull off magical, like feathery wearing shit. Like when we're looking at those old pictures of Jane's Addiction guys, right?
Oh.
Yeah, where it's like that level. It's like,
they're
and
like
then
60 and
yeah,
they're still
aging
alive.
hot guys is really fucking funny, you know. And also just normal hot guys, just like how chicks just like fall over them and just do stupid shit, and then they're dumb, and then they get older.
Well, that's how I felt about the fight. I genuinely think that the core issue between them is that Dave Navarro aged better.
That would piss me off too. You think you're so fucking hot over there with your feather earring, don't you?
Dave Navarro doesn't look like he's wearing a Halloween mask of himself. That guy looked terrifying. Like his face, his jaw was like jutting out of his neck. It just scared the shit out of me.
Well, here's the thing. I bet Dave Navarro had some work done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
you know what I
he
mean?
has a better guy because Dave Navarro did better. In
No, I'm saying Dave. I don't think the other guy did. He looks like he just he wore every year on his face and shit.
Well, Dave Navarro has all the body modification connections.
yeah,
He is the Ink Master or something
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
Wasn't he married to? Was he with Diablo Cody? Wait, which one was he with? Oh, he's been with a lot of women. What
Diablo
am I-
Cody, she's still doing stuff. She's the writer who did
Juno.
Juno and then did Jane's Body or whatever. Jennifer's Body.
I
Yeah.
think she's still doing stuff.
I gotta look it up. I think she's doing TV now or something. Let me see.
It is weird because just like those hot guys that are older, she is going to age and she's still going to dress like Harley Quinn. You know, like how is that going to work when you're 65? Do you think it's going to look good?
She
I don't know.
looks like. I mean, how old is she? She's 46. And especially for a white chick, it's not easy to age well for a white chick. She looks better now than she did in this picture.
Honestly,
let me
in
see.
Hollywood, 46 isn't that old. In my-
Ooh, that's not good.
Let me see.
Mm.
Oh no, she looks like a normal woman.
She kind of looks
What
like
happened?
Roseanne 20 years ago.
Yeah, she's got. Oh, she looks real cute in there. Oh, that's 2008.
They should remake Juno with Elliot Page.
That would be sick.
Where now it's about a trans kid who gets pregnant.
And the problem isn't that the problem isn't that she's young. The problem is she's being threatened all the time.
That's the funniest thing too. I bet that Elliot Page probably wants to get fucked by dudes more now because she's on testosterone and stuff, and she's like just got super whatever, and so she probably has a weird kink for it. Yeah, my bad. It's okay. Now, here's the thing. I do respect fucking things. I had such a crush on Elliot Page. I didn't know I was gay. I didn't know how gay I was. I was gay, but I didn't know I was a fag.
I didn't know you wanted to fuck twinks.
Yeah,
no,
Jesus
I'm the
Christ.
same way. I watched Hard Candy, which is a movie that she did.
Oh my God! The one where she's
hot,
where she's underage and she's baiting a pedophile.
Meanwhile, I'm strong as shit because I was attracted to Bruce Jenner.
There you go. You knew before. You're like a great town scout.
You were going
Watching replays of the '80s Olympics, like he's gonna be so hot one day.
No, I don't know what it is, but he's gonna be Woman of the Year one day. Something about
You
him.
were going to track and field events just hoping he would show up.
Whoa, there's something about him that just makes me want to hold him in my
so she
arms.
wrote Young Adult. I hear that was good,
Young
right?
Adult was good.
Okay,
Yeah.
she wrote that. I haven't seen that yet. Maybe I did. I don't know.
What else has she done in the recent? She looks so normal now. Like I think that's what happens. You just become.
I think she
normal
just got
looking
tired of
lady.
being fucking. I think a lot of times it's whatever. I mean, she doesn't look bad, honestly. She looks
she
good. She
looks
just has her
great.
hair cut short, like to look. Either
Well,
way.
no, she just looks like a fucking 47-year-old normal woman. That's the thing. Back in the day, she looked like fucking Amy Winehouse, but thicker.
Ricky in the Flash. All right.
Never heard of it.
Tully.
Let's say they're trying to
Lisa
make me go to
Frankenstein.
fat camp, but I say no.
Here's my fucking. What was it? Why men great till they tell me lose weight. I don't care. I keep shoving cake in my face.
Oh man.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% fat bitch. Hey, what's up, Rocky in the fucking chat? How you doing, man? Give us a
cool
call.
thing is because it's Lizzo, we can be like this. Like this isn't bad. This
Well,
isn't-
yeah, because she made her performers stick a banana in their cooch.
yeah. They were like being like.
That made me like.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, damn, I didn't know Lizzo got down like that. I didn't know Lizzo was that dirty freak.
Crazy, dude. Yeah, she was like a big hazer.
I hate that I can't like. I was all man. If it comes out that fucking Diddy did fuck Justin Bieber, I'm like, you better kill that motherfucker. You better
see
kill
that?
that. You better. He put his hands on a white boy like that. Put
Did you
his.
see that video in the club of what looked like Bieber coming up from doing an act on Diddy, and then they basically like the camera like pulls up and it's lit and it's kind of like, oh, caught you, Bieber. Like it was that kind of moment in the club. Look for this. It's crazy.
All right, let me see.
It could very well have been just harmless nothing, but they made it
It's
look
just like AI. It's just
well, yeah,
Or maybe he was like leaning down to do a line and all that on the table.
And then his hand
It looks
turns
like
into, 6 hands, and then they melt into each other. Yeah,
looks like one of those like Korean CGI dramatizations.
yeah. A little cartoon Bieber like walks in.
Where did you see this? Let me see.
I think I saw it on Reddit, which is the place to see all of the.
P. Diddy and Justin Bieber caught giving. Let me see.
Yeah, it was pretty.
What if they were just like standing up 69ing? Like Diddy's just like holding him by the
At
legs.
the first 10 seconds before it was them flipping Bieber over to be
Oh
back on
no,
his
how'd
feet.
they catch us?
Yeah. Well, to me, it's like it doesn't make a lot of sense that there's like a camera light, so it's kind of obvious, and then it's just him standing up. But then they show some glimmer in his lips, and people in the comments say that they think
Justin
that's...
Bieber gave Odell Beckham Jr.
That's
oral
what it
sex
was,
at a
Odell.
Diddy party. Jaguar Wright and Tokyo Tony alleged wild clip. So, is there a clip of them doing it?
Yeah, there's a clip of the like what looks like them kind of being caught on camera. I don't necessarily buy it. It's kind of like extrapolating based on what we know about Diddy. I think a lot of it happened just off camera.
Yeah.
Man. Odell Beckham Jr., what a legacy.
Wouldn't that be wild though if really all the biggest celebrities were just fucking high level prostitutes that were just trading sexual favors for power and roles and stuff like that?
Have you ever seen the movie Under the Silver Lake? Yeah, it kind of like a lot of it's about like Hollywood conspiracy theory kind of type stuff.
Is it even a conspiracy theory these days?
Which is like a lot of part of the movie like feels like it's a lot more like signaling, like trying to like hint that like this is what's going on. And a big part of it is like you see a girl you like at a party and then you can order her.
Oh shit. Well, so I don't know if you remember Taken, the first Taken movie.
Oh yeah.
So I just seen it for the first time at work and all that. But what really struck me is, so if you guys haven't seen Taken, I mean, obviously you probably heard about it. It was a big fucking thing. But it's actually Odell Beckham he's giving head to. So Arturo knew in the beginning. Thank you, Arturo. Shout out. I was looking down. I should have read the chat. I'll look for the clip. I'll try to pull it up in a second. But so if you remember Taken, it's about this chick who gets kidnapped. I think my mic's probably too loud. So a chick who gets kidnapped. Like human trafficked, and Liam Neeson, her dad, is chasing her down. I got a certain set of skills and all that.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done with my daughter. But when I find you, I will kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful.
Now say that again, but at the end say, "I will come in your face."
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you have done with my daughter. But when I find you, I will shoot a load into your mouth.
Perfect. Liam Jism. All right, and then but I don't know if you remember the ending. If you remember that last shot, which I thought was really fucking creepy, and I was surprised that I never had anybody bring it up before. But so remember, she's getting human trafficked the whole time, and then the last scene of the movie is the father taking her to the singer's house. And then, because her daughter wants to be a singer, his daughter wants to be a singer, right? And he remember the first thing he was doing security for that one singer that his daughter's a fan of.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, I'm sorry. So
no, you're going. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, quick rundown. Liam Neeson's daughter wants to be a singer. He's like an ex-military guy who was doing security for this famous singer that the daughter's really into. Let's say like an Ariana Grande type, right? And so later on, the daughter goes to France, even though the husband's like, oh, that human traffickers and all this shit. She gets human trafficked. It might not have been France. It might have been some other shitty country. But she gets human trafficked, and then fucking Liam Neeson goes and just whoops ass and saves her. At the end, though, he takes her to the singer's house that he was just doing security for. And the last scene is her walking into there and then the door closing. And I was thinking, interesting that we know all the stuff about human trafficking in Hollywood and the way that it works. It's almost like, I almost want to know if the directors are trying to signal something about that. Like, oh, she's out of the, walking right back. The father's now bringing her into the belly of the beast without him knowing, about that side of Hollywood and shit.
If this gets too boring, stop me. But that reminds me of, like, there's a Robert Moses, like an infamous figure in New York, in that he built a lot of bridges, tore down a lot of apartment complexes. And so like he was considered like one of the most powerful people for like 50 years. But his entire thing is that he never was elected. It was always appointed positions. So his other big thing is that
movie?
like, no, this is an actual guy who
guy.
like kind of
What's
like
his name?
Robert Moses. The book, The Power Broker, is about him. And yeah, so like guy pretty much ran New York for 50 years. And then another big thing about him is he liked being hidden in plain sight. So he built the like Tri-Bureau Bridge Authority, and that was his like main office. And I didn't realize until watching it last time, it's like, that's where the Men in Black office is.
Oh, it's in that.
It's like and the whole thing, his entire thing was hidden in plain sight while like exerting mass power.
Is that like what era is that? Like Roy Cohn era?
Robert Moses?
Yeah, Robert Moses. I mean, Roy Cohn would have like come around through that. I mean, he really was like 1930 to like 1970,
So
1980.
he was like the progenitor of
We're
these
saying,
guys.
yeah, Roy Cohn?
Roy Cohn
Roy
was
Cohn
the...
is the guy the lawyer that taught.
I know who Roy Cohn is. I was pointing out his last name.
Sorry, I stepped on the joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, people
Well,
don't know.
it's not Cohen.
Explain to the audience who Roy Cohn is.
Well, it's not even Cohen. It's Cohn. But Roy Cohn was a famous lawyer back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. He basically took Donald Trump under his wing and more or less taught Trump everything he now knows and does. There's a movie coming out right now, coming soon, called The Apprentice with Sebastian Stan and the guy from Succession, where he plays Roy Cohn. But Roy Cohn was this just like ruthless fucking lawyer, brutal guy. All kind of like he would like. he and Kissinger would be friends. That's the energy.
How he originally became famous was he was a part of McCarthy's witch hunt.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And that was a big part of like the hypocrisy of it is he was very obviously being gay with his assistant, and gay was a part of their witch hunt. So they were going after politicians.
Roy Cohn was gay?
Yeah, he was gay, but then he also went after gays with McCarthy.
That's hot.
So
imagine all that power. Imagine all the gay sex he was getting. He's like, all right, you homo.
Well, the
you're gonna suck my dick or you're going to jail.
It's always like the meanest anti-gay guys like get caught with a male prostitute in like Biloxi or
but like
something.
he died of AIDS. He like moved to
So did
the
Eazy-E,
really
doesn't
like
make him gay.
part of the Northeast. John Waters like has like stories about just like nobody would talk to him, but they knew he was there like to fuck.
Wow.
Did he fuck?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he was rich, so yeah, he got a lot of people to come over
because he died of AIDS.
He would throw some crazy parties. But
like
yeah,
John Waters, like I didn't talk to him, but I was at the parties, obviously.
pretty much.
I let him come on my thin mustache.
Yeah, exactly. He fucked me in the ass, but I didn't moan in pleasure one time or anything. He's like, "Do you like that? Do you like that?" And I never answered him.
Well, that's the vibe.
that I did, though.
That's the vibe. It's like feelings are normally involved in that kind of shit.
But it's like there's a Simpsons joke that's and that boy who nobody liked grew up to be Roy Cohn, and now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah. What's interesting about the upcoming movie that I've seen is like if you watch it, Sebastian Stan plays Trump, a young Trump, and he doesn't sound like Donald Trump. He's just a New York guy. He kind of sounds like this, and then Roy Cohn sounds like Donald Trump, and so essentially the idea is that transference of like everything about what Trump is just came from Roy, and then he became that guy. Like I think the actor is specifically like nailing what Trump would be.
Well, so and I hate to say this because this is the conspiracy stuff, but Arturo Barr's in the chat. I'm sorry, just to mention this. He says, "Have you seen the video of Sam Haynie eating heavyweight champ's ass out?" All right.
How fucking dare you? By the way, that has been disproven as AI. How dare you?
Yeah, but
sicko.
So basically,
I'd still like to see the AI video.
It is very good.
But I hear that Roy Cohn is also like
all 6 of my fingers go in his ass.
So like Roy Cohn was he kind of taught Trump the blackmail shit. That was his stuff, was to get blackmail on people, and that's why they say Trump doesn't drink or like do drugs at parties and all that. But he's over there, but he's looking at the people that are, you know what I mean, and taking fucking
there's
Randalling it like fucking Recess with Randall. That's Trump in the corner. Mrs. Finster.
There was a book that like they explain his sort of introduction is that because he was like a powerful enough lawyer who frequented these gay bars, he just watched as politicians and influential people walked into the gay bar and he just wrote it down. And so like, yeah, his introduction was just seeing politicians enter a gay bar, and that was enough for blackmail at that time.
Fuck yeah, of course it is.
It is still now. I mean, especially if you're on a very extreme side of the aisle, like the moment you're outed as gay, you lose all credibility. Like that's to Republicans in particular, not to make it political.
I mean, you could even be on the Democrat side if you're like pretending to be straight and have a wife and kids, and then you're caught, being gay. That can, because it's not necessarily the gayness; it's the it's the lie or the double life kind of thing.
But also the like
leading a beautiful
layer.
baby girl on.
Well, like,
but what they do, here's the thing: the reason that most people have a problem with the gayness and that kind of stuff, in reality, is even besides like some people might have a moral apprehension to it. But it's a sign that they might be like corruptible in the sense that like let's say China finds out that they're gay, and then they're like, all right, now you got to pass this bill for us, or we're going to expose your gayness. It's like if you have something that can be held over you, that can be seen as like, all right, we got to get this guy out of office because he's so busy sucking dicks.
Well, that's true, but that's also kind of a more smart, nuanced approach. I'm talking about the side of the house where it's like, God told us gays are not okay. We believe that. Also, this guy is saying gays are bad and creating legislation to push and suppress that agenda. And then that person is outed as being gay and secretly doing things behind their family or not. The problem is that they're gay. The problem isn't just that China could exploit them. It's literally, you are the thing that I know is wrong because of my faith.
But there's
We
only,
know you gay, boy.
But like the gay part is super important to a lot of people because
but not actually. But you think that. But it's,
I know that.
okay, let me just make my point. There's a lot of people in the Republican Party that actually don't care about gayness, but there is but a lot of those politicians do have to what is it?
Kowtow.
Yeah, exactly. They got to show face or whatever to the evangelical voting bloc, because it is still a strong bloc, but it's not as big as it used to be. Like the religious that voting bloc isn't as strong, but it obviously goes with the Republicans and stuff. But there's a bunch of what most people to look at the Republicans like, oh, that's the Christian party, that's the anti-abortion party and stuff. But most of what they care about is like capitalism and shit, and all right, not giving my money to all these other people and shit, unless it's Israel or a war apparently. But that's what I'm saying. So I almost feel like the Democrats, they use that kind of stuff. They use all the bad stuff to go, well, this is your party. All these bad things, that's what your party's about. The same way the Republicans do that to the Democrats. They're like, oh, you're the party of wanting to cut kids' dicks off, and you're the party of, all this stuff. So
no, I agree. I totally agree.
You want to be able to kill babies after they're out of the womb.
I just think with the idea that the left is classically secular and that the right is classically Christian. That's kind of the only real basis I'm having of that, where it's for the left, you're right. It's oh great, this guy who's been lying and he's kind of fucking up our system and he could be exploited. But I feel like on the flip side, the people that are just born in the blood Bible thumpers, to them, that is the biggest crime, is that you just are gay at all. Why? You shouldn't even be here. I think
my political stance is I think Starbucks shouldn't have a union. So I'm going to continue to buy.
So you're a union buster, but just specifically for Starbucks.
Yeah, I think these kids are going to get. Imagine a bunch of 16-year-olds having to go to fucking Starbucks barista union meetings.
They're going to vote just the worst shit in and out.
Yeah, these kids don't know what they want. So I'm going to continue to support Starbucks until they get a union.
The Teamsters, though, I'm all in for, because they're all 50-plus fat guys.
That's an actual job. I don't even mind if you're a career barista, but don't be a career barista at Starbucks.
You think it's insane that people want to unionize and be a part of Starbucks for any point longer than 3 years in college?
Yes.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And I think all they're asking for is unnecessary headache during that 3 years.
Yeah, we're asking to be treated fairly in one of the most fucking disgusting, painful, shitty jobs where you spend hours on your feet, slipping on milk and making
how many slipping on milk accidents have actually occurred? Let's get the statistics.
I don't know. I've seen people
that's
work at
what
Starbucks.
they want, but the job sucks. Of all the things you should unionize, it should be a career that you're going towards.
Yeah, there's something that you could even hypothetically apprentice it. It's the Tesla argument is much stronger than the Starbucks
Have you guys
argument.
ever seen any kind of union work done or any kind of union workers? It would just imagine fast food workers became unionized. Imagine how lazy they are now. You never seen a lazier motherfuckers if they were unionized fast food workers and
so
shit.
You think every 10 minutes on the hour, Taco Bell shutters, the lights go out because they have to go take their break.
Have you seen the Mad TV Bonquiqui?
Absolutely.
That's a unionized fast food world.
What was that?
The Mad TV Bonquiqui.
Bonquiqui.
It's just she enforces everybody get the same order because it makes her job easier.
Because she doesn't like hearing all of the things that you want altered on your menu.
I like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
See, if you want to do that, just work for Chick-fil-A. It's there's no alterations to make.
It'll be smart. Honestly, though, at those places, it's I don't like. Well, you couldn't do it at a place like fucking McDonald's, like unless you had somebody run the fucking thing. But it's like get your own fixins. You know, we give you the burger and the fucking whatever,
Like
the patty and the
Fuddruckers.
cheese.
Like
yeah.
here's your cheese squash. You want to squish your cheese?
That-
Squish your
that
cheese.
means
If you
that-
want to
Yeah, get
ketchup,
some,
go
yeah,
get
get
ketchup.
some pickles, get a whole handful of them or whatever. We can go.
McDonald's would have homeless guys like sticking their head in it though,
That's
like
what I'm
just
saying.
like
They'd have
bobbing
to-
for
they'd have to change
pickles.
the whole fucking dynamic.
But to your point about unionization, if I got to unionize the first job I hated, you know what I mean? Like that is your point, and I agree. It's like, get over it, fuckface. Pay attention in school. You'll get to go be a lawyer, but until then, make me my macchiato lemon squeeze with half pint of dog cum. Like do what I say. This is how you serve your country.
Yeah.
No, here's my thing. Honestly, I think there should be more unions, but the way that it works is like the way any fucking like so. There's this whole fund at my work that where it's like everybody's paying into it pretty much, and when you go through a hardship, you can request like money from them. Like they'll give you like a loan or something if something happens, like you can't do your rent or something, or something happens. But all my coworkers that I know that've tried to do it, they like shame them. They like make you send in your bank documents and shit, and they're like, oh, why are you going to fast food restaurants? Why are you buying beer if you can't pay your rent and shit? And then they'll just deny them. But I know that the managers have gotten the loans. So I'm like, is this just this thing where only it's only accessible for the top level people?
Yeah,
and stuff?
that's not a union, because in a union,
Well, that's not a union, but it's like I'm saying. It's so when I think so with a union, you got to pay union dues, and you got to the union meetings and union leaders and shit like that, and you got to go on strike. And if the union decides we're going on strike, we all got to go on strike and stuff. So
Right,
there's a lot
right.
of, and I'm like, all right, well, is this affecting me? Are you convincing me that it's affecting me? And I'm gonna be out on the fucking job because you guys want a little. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so I don't know how it works well enough to know that, but I know that a lot of these motherfuckers get kickbacks, and they're the ones that are getting it, and they're tricking us into thinking, oh, anytime that somebody galvanizes people for the greater good, it's always it's always in sunny Philadelphia scam.
Yeah.
It always is. So I always just try to and sometimes I get caught up in it, but usually it's for the meme of it, but to actually believe in some shit, I got to be the one running it. I got to be the union leader. If I'm going to be a union.
Is there a barista at Starbucks right now that Starbucks is like, he's the problem? Like there's just some dude in like Utah or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's funny that they want to squash them so badly, because to me that does prove that you won't have to deal with the union part. You'll just have to deal with the part where they don't really care about you at all.
See,
they would rather you go through the hopper.
I bet Starbucks is afraid that like they're going to have a decline in service if there's a union.
So chat has a question. Zandy Ramirez, be honest. When was the last time you went to Starbucks? And she said, I went to one on Thursday before Trixie's birthday.
I went this morning.
I went to Scooters.
I used to go to Starbucks all the time back when I would like go use their Wi-Fi and download all my TV shows for that day. And then I'd go home and stuff. And it was always nice. There was always like it smelled nice. The people there were nice and stuff.
You sound like you need a union. You sound like a union member in waiting. You're like, I had to download television shows on Wi-Fi from Starbucks.
Was that not having Wi-Fi at your place or operational security for pirating?
That's a great question. I don't think I had Wi-Fi at my place at the time. Probably something like that. I don't know exactly, or maybe it wasn't as fast or something like that. Or
Anybody that knows cybersecurity would tell you never go do public Wi-Fi.
but if you're downloading,
like something pirated.
No, man, that's the worst part. That's the worst part, is that your IP is basically available to anyone.
But your IP has changed a lot of the time depending on what Wi-Fi you're attached to.
your IP is based off of the.
If they can get your MAC address, they can get your actual device. But the thing is, like, your IP address is dynamic based off of what
that's why
Wi-Fi
people
you're
go
on.
around and go looking for unsecured Wi-Fi things to do that stuff with, because then if you trace it back to it, it's traced back to that place.
That's what I'm saying. The unsecured Wi-Fi is most public Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so let's say if they're tracking for whatever reason, they're tracking that thing. It's going to track back to that place. It's not going to track back to the person
Your
specifically.
home.
Yeah, it's not going to go back to your home. It's going to go to
Starbucks.
I mean,
and then they have to check
I
the
don't
web.
think-
They'll check the security cameras and shit and be like, all right, who's the shadiest looking guy there?
I don't think I agree, but I don't think that's the exploit. I think I'm talking about accessing people's information on their computer because the door is open with a public Wi-Fi.
But you can have your settings. It's
not about tracking you to your house. I'm saying about accessing
And that's why you
your
shouldn't
systems.
you shouldn't be logging into anything, but you can like from something like when I think the Pirate Bay, I don't think it still exists anymore, but like you could
Like bear share.
you don't need an account or even then it's like
God,
you
I
don't
miss
worry
the
about
Pirate Bay.
compromising
That was so
your, like,
fucking
Pirate Bay
great.
account.
Yeah.
They you need to actually perform a login in order for it to be captured. So like yeah, don't log into your bank at Starbucks.
Right, and that's my point. Like that's very exploitable.
Yeah, but like in terms of like downloading or even trying to just obscure your IP address, like a lot of times like you hear like the story about like the Darknet Silk Road 1 guy, like he would always go to the library. I mean, he eventually got caught, but like
they get caught for different shit though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like all these dudes never get caught for their website unless they just don't go through the and everything. I don't even know all that stuff. I took an IT class like a few years ago during the pandemic to try to like get a better job, and I only like retained half of it. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
I'm the same way. I know like a quarter of the information I learned doing like a Sec Plus.
yeah, I know us talking about this shit. There's like so many nerds out there. They're just
Yeah.
like they're fucking wrong. They're fucking
Well,
stupid.
Tuttle's knowledgeable on this stuff. Like I did Net Plus, Sec Plus, ITIL. The only one I got was ITIL, which is like the dumb. It's literally like cyber management. And then as soon as I got into Net Plus and Sec Plus, I was like, I'm too dumb for this. I am not autistic enough for this.
so I'm technically a application developer. So I'm like the security guy's nightmare. I'm the one who's like making problems for them.
you're the UI guy. You're not UX.
I'm the back end for the UI.
Oh, so you are UX.
Yeah, I guess user experience, but like there's a separate like front end team, and so they're the ones who actually makes the way it looks. This is just purely the back end is like providing the data as needed to fill the screen.
Yeah.
I wanted to give a shout out to Tory Poole for amazing political maneuver. So basically, I don't know if you guys know. So the Station Comedy Club, you know, that's running in San Antonio, through no fault of their own, got kicked out of the Francis Bogside thing because management changed. And fucking Tory Poole, in a very power broker move, I'm glad that he was mentioning power brokers. She fucking teamed up with the SA Bar management, who run shows through fucking Francis Bogside, among other places. So now she brought it back to fucking Francis Bogside.
And some of that's not being a sore loser. You know, she took the, you know, when shit hit the fan or whatever happened, the new management came in. There wasn't like any kind of like massive freak out, you know, communication line stayed open. It's just being mature about it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's one of those lessons that I need to learn in my life is, you know, when things go bad, you don't got to burn all the bridges just so to get the warmth from the fire. You know what I mean? Just to feel so cold, you just burn the bridge just so you can feel something. You know what I mean? And it's a bad habit.
If I'm burning a bridge with you, just understand it's because I don't think highly of you.
Well, that's I think I don't know anything about this situation, but it does sound like were there not exterior influences as well when that management changed, or was it literally just management changed and was like, we don't want to do this anymore?
I think there was the illusion of that, but not a reality.
Okay, yeah. Because I know there was all that kind of horseshit infighting that was created around the white cotton and all that.
There was no infighting in the station.
I guess if I say his name, I'll officially be banned, as opposed to being shadow banned.
Jesus Christ, just whatever. So the whole thing is there was no infighting in the station. It was fighting between the
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying between the station and
yeah. So that's not
and Blind
infighting.
Tiger.
That's like outfighting.
Well, it's infighting within the comedy scene that has nothing to do with managing a bar.
Oh, okay. I get
You know what I
you're
mean?
saying. That makes
Like,
sense. That makes sense.
like the
Okay.
fighting, the drama that was created sounded like it had nothing to do with what Tory was doing and what moves that team was up to. So it sounds like they did a good job of keeping that shit separate.
I
and,
think
like,
basic overview, and this is actually based off of a essay current article I read. You know, there was some sons of the originator who was behind.
You read an
Francis
essay
Bogside.
current article about what?
There's literally an essay article about just like the ongoings of Francis Bogside ownership.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just there
I'll
was a
look that up.
guy who originally started Francis Bogside. I think that was his
name
main
was Francis Bogside.
bar. I don't know. That'd be a great name.
It was Dr. Side.
Francis Side.
But I think he passed away a couple years. He had a couple sons or 3 sons who, in the past year, have decided, or past half a year, decided that they want to take over running it. And so there was sort of a cleaning of house, but yeah, it's these sons who are running it now, and now things are rebuilt and kind of back to moving.
Dude,
so
I would so love to like just take over a place, come in and fucking clean house, dog. Come in there with my broom and shit. I'd be like, hey. And I'd just be like,
imagine Alonzo walking in with his basketball shorts and t-shirt. And he's like, I'm the new owner, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're out of here.
And literally brooming people at the top of their
I got a big push broom.
They're like, sir, can you let me pick up my... No. Pushing them off.
Yeah, I gotta make a statement.
No. Knowing you'd have a giant hook that you'd hook people off of out of the room and out
One of
of...
those Sandman hooks.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
Very
dope.
WC Field stage play style, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, there was a guy that did that at Applebee's once. No joke. It was
He brought a minstrel show hook and
yeah.
just came
No,
in.
it was, I'm sorry. Dude, it was the craziest. I'm glad you mentioned that. No, but
It extended 20 feet into the room before he even walked in.
it was one of those
Grabs the hostess.
It was, but it was like and I don't know if I'd mentioned this before. Zandy Ramirez. Oh, y'all heard the terrorists who did 9/11 were using public libraries in Florida.
Hey,
Oh.
I give it up. I
Yeah.
give it up to the Terrys.
Exactly. Hey, if it's good
And
enough for
public
them,
flight
it's good enough for
lessons.
anybody.
These guys, gotta say, resourceful. If Tuttle can do it, so can they.
So during the pandemic, we all got fired from Applebee's, and I was so pissed off. I remember calling up as an angry black lady complaining.
my
I was calling up their like corporate office and stuff, like or whatever.
There was
line
this
is.
sweet ass white boy named Alonzo.
Yeah. What you doing? What you got crazy as hell?
Why
Gonna
you
get fired.
fire my cousin?
But and I hate to say that's not even. I'm not even joking. I just got drunk and I was like, I can't let her know it's me. But I got to complain. How can I hide my identity?
I also love that there's no, no way to
2 weeks ago, Alonzo gave me the sweetest service I ever had. Come to find today.
No, I pretended I worked there, and I was just pissed off that I got fired. Like, because it was basically nobody got fired. But
Wait,
let me.
so you're choosing a character to tell the same story as yourself.
Yeah.
You
You just don't think they're gonna like you.
No, he knows that Applebee's is petty, and they'll chase him down.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll have like suits come up, and they'll have like one strong guy in the back,
they're dressed
and
like
they'll knock
apples.
on the door.
Listen to apples and the bees.
And a bee. And they'll be like, "So we heard you didn't like how we fired you, huh?"
Yeah.
Dad, tell me about the apples and the bees.
Shut the door. They push the door in. Tell us.
When a man loves a woman very much, he takes her out all you can eat wings.
Dollar margarita night.
Dude, I don't know if you guys know the
Oh,
era.
let me just finish the thing. So my bad, but yeah. So I guess it was about a couple months in when they were starting to slow. How long until they started to slowly reopen restaurants? I feel like it was a month.
like 2020.
But they started. So basically, they're like, "Hey, come back
2021?
in and stuff." And they had a brand new like manager, and he was. I hate to say it. I'm not gonna say what race he was. He was black, but but he was like he was just like real angry. And the reason I only got that job is because all the managers are cool. We just smoked weed and got fucked up and shit. Like in the back, like that was the job. Like it was mostly a front. Like I don't even want to get into it, but there was a lot. But and so this guy came in. They're all serious and shit. And I remember he's like, I'm sitting there and they're talking about all the new things we got to do. Like, okay, every time you do some shit, you got to wear these gloves and you got to go wash your hands and you got to get the gloves and you got to do this. Every time you do, it's like there was all these steps you had to do. Dude, being a server during the pandemic was fucking retarded because then also there's not a lot of people there. It was just a stupid fucking thing. And yeah, people have to wear their masks. It was so stupid. But then I remember he's like, so who are you to me? And I'm like, what? And he's like, what do you do here for me? And all that. I'm like, I'm a server. He's like, yeah, but what does that mean? What do you do here and all that? And I'm just like, oh, I'm not fucking getting it. I'm not coming back to this piece of
guy-
shit.
You gotta match his energy. I'm just gonna be the best damn hustler you've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy read Power Broker and Glenn Ross and thought he could come in and fracas the fucking.
No,
entirety.
he read Alonzo's 48 Laws of Power cliff notes.
Yeah, the clip notes, exactly.
That's
good.
I love that. Have you guys ever had the Applebee's pizza?
They have a pizza?
Dude, back in the day, they had a pizza. It was so good. It was like a flat, floppy, thin pizza. It was for the kids, but I would order it even as an adult. And it's sad to hear because you're telling me basically it doesn't exist.
Not well. I mean, it might be locational. Did you live in San Antonio your whole life?
No, this was Athens, Texas.
Yeah.
Big up to my boys, my bros in Athens.
So yeah, I don't know when it comes to Applebee's dishes. Oh, remember the first day there, some guy wanted to fight me, one of the customers and shit, because I was
a customer wanted to fight you.
yeah, because I hadn't done like regular restaurant serving for a while. I was working at Magic Time Machine, you know, where you can be a little more sarcastic and stuff and whatever.
Sassy, show your character a little.
So I was at this table and it was a Mexican dude and this Mexican dude, his wife, and I guess his son, and they're older people, you know. I mean, the son, like their son is like probably in his 40s. You know what I mean? So that kind of gives you an idea how old they are. Right. And so the lady just keeps on asking for a bunch of shit that ain't on the menu. Like I got all these tables, and every time I come over to them, they're like, "So do you have meatloaf?" I'm like, "Nah, if it's not on the menu, we don't have it." And then whatever, you know. And then And then like the third time they do that, I'm like, I'm just like, if it's not on the menu, we don't have it. Well, I'm trying to talk to another table or whatever. And then that pissed him off. But I guess he thought that I was embarrassing his wife in front of people and all that.
Don't embarrass my stupid wife who can't read and doesn't understand images.
Probably, honestly, like maybe that's what it was. Maybe she can speak Spanish. Maybe she can speak English. But I mean, I don't know. But he got all like remember when I came back, he got all cold or whatever. And the son's like, yeah, he's got whatever. He's like, he stood up and like got in my face and shit. Yeah, and I was just like, all right. I just like left. I told him like, hey, this guy's got a problem with me. Like I'm like, I don't know what I did. And it's just send the manager back there, and then just took care of everybody else. But yeah, that happens. Oh, remember?
Was that Time Machine?
No, that was at Applebee's.
Oh. I was going to ask if you were Charlie Wonka. That's still my favorite Time
who
Machine
did you
character.
play?
Charlie Wonka got away with all kinds of shit, dude. I honestly like.
Have you heard of Charlie Wonka?
No.
Yeah, Charlie Wonka was that was like the greatest. So basically it was Willy Wonka. You know Charlie, but he grew up in the Wonka factory. So it's Charlie Wonka. Yeah. So he's even crazier than Willy Wonka.
He came up with his own independent character for Magic Time Machine.
Some Chris Chan Sonichu shit, dude.
Alonzo is untempered. You couldn't get him to dress as Willy Wonka. No, man.
No, I was Willy Wonka at first, and then I did Charlie Wonka.
But then he got bored.
So I know exactly what happened. You wore it long enough that you go, fuck this is reductive. And then you're like, I'm Charlie Wonka. You start telling tables about the backstory of Charlie Wonka.
Yeah, no, everybody lit up because I'm like,
you did.
Because I'm like, hey, what happened to Charlie after the chocolate factory? He grew up with Charlie Wonka, you know, and I got that whole
You're putting the magic in Magic Time Machine.
Damn right. I don't know why they don't allow original characters at Magic Time Machine. I think
they had to be good like that. That's what I'm saying. So when I was
cool.
When I was Han Solo, people would, because you know the way I talk, they were like, Han Solo never said dog. He never said word or whatever. I'm like, well, Han Solo hung out with the only black guy in the entire galaxy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he picked up a couple things.
Right.
People would always be like, all right, that's pretty funny. All right.
He learned about jazz. Do you guys know that that the music that's being played in the cantina is alien jazz? And guess what it's called?
Not in the song.
This is lore. It is called Jizz.
Really?
J-I-Z-Z Jizz.
Ooh.
Give it up.
That's a good jizzing song.
There's just I wish I could remember it. Dude, the hold music at my work, I want to figure out what the song is. I wonder if it was like composed specifically for my company.
You should have Shazammed it.
I wonder if I could. I'd have to call and then I'd have to put it on speaker and stuff.
Well, it is a weekend. Actually, why don't you call and then I'll Shazam.
I don't want people to know where I work. That's like the one I play around with it a little bit, but I don't want it to ever.
I get it. Yeah. We don't want to put a target on our backs there for
but
USAA or whatever.
I wish I got USAA money. I was gonna get a job there, but Bob Jenkins told me.
told on me.
Yeah, no, Bob Jenkins told me about somebody getting. Somebody got fired at my job. I'm still trying to get to the. So somebody got walked out. And she's all crying and shit. And it sucked because she was one of the hotter chicks. She was like an older chick, but she had like a body on her. And I was like, every time she walked by, I'm like, it's nice when you're at work and your job sucks so much. I got the little window, so I get to see. Sometimes people walk by. Sometimes it's a chick. Sometimes whatever. It's like those little things. It really makes me appreciate just life and all that. So
could they see in?
To what?
If they were walking, could they see into the window to see you?
Possibly, but you know the way light works and stuff like that.
Okay. Would you ever like try to like look a certain way if you saw like a really cute girl? like fix your posture and kind of like.
No, because I'm always going like this. While they're walking by.
He was too busy trying to masturbate as he watched her crying.
I'm just trying to coolly masturbate.
And he's like cranking it bigger. When he walks by, he's like, "Oh, it's so big under the table."
I'm never gonna see her again, and watching her cry is as close as I'll get to the real thing.
Yeah. For one special 2:00 on a Tuesday.
No, it really makes me sad is that happens to chicks. Like that's probably happened to like every chick eventually.
She's seen a guy just jerking it in front of her in public.
Yeah, it happened to my mom, and I was like, "What?" Like, it made me feel bad for being a dude. You know what I mean? In the whole just the whole race, because she was like walking the dogs, and somebody like pulled over and just flung the door open and started jacking off at her, and I'm like, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck?"
I live
like
in
a
Is that like a compliment, though?
drive-by
Is that a
minivan,
compliment? Or is that a like? He's like, "Oh my."
Yeah,
you know.
I lived in Chicago, and every now and then I'd be like doing rehearsals for a show, and a girl would come in from the rehearsal or to the rehearsal. She's like, "God, rough day." I'm like, "Yeah, me too. The snow's bad." Yeah, a couple of guys jerked off in front of me on the red line. Like constantly, that was happening. Different women would be like, "Yeah, the guy just jerked off in front of me on the red line." So it just kind of sucks. I was gonna move trains, but it was my next stop.
he had a hog.
Does it make it okay that they have a hog? No, it still sucks, right?
Makes it worse.
Right. You're wasting a hog on being a sex pest.
No, I just think it's because it's more obvious. You know what I mean?
You could be using your hog for good.
You could be falling in love.
Well,
you could attach a rose to it.
See, and this is I can tell everybody here has a big dick because
No,
here's my thing. Because I hate the fun, and this will be the only soapbox Alonzo
See,
will
he's
ever
including
stand on.
himself.
I love that. You included me. That's impressive. Thank you.
But it's like pound it. Come on, you left them with a pound. There we go. Big dick.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Big
big dick boys.
club.
Sorry, big dick boys.
All right, but
We did big dick boys.
But what I hate is the whole stereotype that that guy's a jerk. He must have a tiny dick.
Yeah.
Or he's evil. It's like, or just I hate that because it's the one thing about like a person's body they really can't change. It's also like I hate. There's just certain things I'm like, that just is a little bit too much. Like I feel like I'm blessed. You know what I mean? That I don't have to worry about that. It can always.
Yeah, Weinstein really fucked us. Because he was such a piece of shit, and they said his dick was like shaped like a pyramid or something. Like they said he had a fucking insane weird dick. He still has that dick.
Yeah, and Epstein apparently had like a
Epstein
dick,
too.
whereas like his like head was like much girthier than
Epi-shaped dick. Yeah.
But so he had like that, Reddit upvoting era.
So here's the problem with Weinstein's dick. I don't know if you know this, but it was gangrenous, is what it was.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
because he had. So what he did is he had like diabetes, so he had like real trouble getting erections. So they had to actually shoot like erection medication into his dick just to get it. Yeah, just to get it hard. And he's also like a sex addict. So imagine you're just like doing heroin, like you're a heroin addict, but you can only shoot up in your dick. And so, but he also has diabetes, so your fucking skin doesn't heal that well. So he got gangrene from those injections and stuff like that, and his penis is just rotting away and becoming. I think they said it was almost like a mangina at a certain point.
So when do you think it started to get bad? Like around Goodwill Hunting?
Like that'd be great if we could track like the lack of quality in the fucking. That's what I'm saying. Is it when he went from Miramax to Weinstein by himself? Is that when the dick got bad?
We need a timeline to match his penis's
I
evolution.
want to ask him because, dude, honestly, as much as because here's the thing, I hate Diddy's never been a dude that I'm like, man, I'm such a fan of Diddy's work and shit. That's why it's like I don't give a fuck what happens to Diddy. I hope he fucking anything can happen to Diddy. I honestly think that he needs to get free because black people need to win this year, and next year. Because of my love for black people, I want Diddy to get free. But that's the only thing, just so black people can put it in the white man's face again. We need one of those. But besides that, I've never had that thing for Diddy. But Weinstein, he's actually a good fucking producer because he actually like looks for the scripts and he like takes chances on like weird scripts or he'll like look at some shit that was popular in Europe and steal that.
Well, and then also because he's a producer, he's a behind the scenes role. It's like compared to like Diddy, it's like, Diddy's music, if he's a feature, maybe there's like Diddy produced tracks people don't realize.
So you have
and like Bill Cosby too, he's a performer.
It's like as an audience member, you have to interact with them in a way.
There's been so many movies I've in the past like 5 years I've started watching, and they're movies I liked, and it's not until you see that Miramax or Weinstein at the very beginning, it's like, oh, I didn't even realize that was him.
As a kid, Miramax to me was a sign of like, oh man, this is gonna be fucking good, and I just still think of it as it's as good, not that guy is the reason Miramax exists. Like, I don't think of it that way. I think of it as like Good Will Hunting. Like, this fucking movie is gonna be solid. It's like A24. What A24 is, if you find out the guy that made A24 like throat punches dogs with his cock, like you're gonna hate that, but you're still gonna be like,
the old Justin Roiland.
Yeah. You're still going to be like, dude, A24 makes good movies. Like, I can't deny that they know how to put out they know how to distribute a good movie.
Zandy Ramirez says Trimix Cocktober, Trimix. Does that mean anything? I like the Cocktober
Sandy
part.
Sometimes is
Cocktober's gay instead of October Sky. I don't know.
Sandy is sometimes writing on like 4D chess level where it's like zero context. It's probably very funny, but she's not in the room to tell me.
Yeah, no, I always say it's she's like Zandanese or whatever. It's very like, it's on her own time.
It's her own kind of special
Ethnic
language.
Well, it's kind of like when you read the Bible. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to take it literally. It's supposed to be like, it's like more analogies.
It's a guide. It's a book of It's also stories.
The way Zandy talks is a lot like jazz players, where it's like you're supposed to listen to the notes they don't play.
Right.
That's the
the air between the two messages she has sent is the art. It's not that. It's the new thing she types. It's the non-type.
All right, so things are winding down. I think I might sing a little song. No, I'm teasing. So what do you got, Homo's got planned for the rest of the day?
I'll be doing Frights and Sounds Festival in San Marcos. I did a show there yesterday at the Red Room Social Lounge. I'll be there again today at 8.
Nice.
Apparently yesterday at some other event down the street, Jerry Lawler was there, so I can say
Jerry Lawler?
Yeah.
Is he the wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
who fought Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Who beat the shit out
I mean,
of
I don't even think I was within a mile of him, but still, I performed at the same festival as him.
Nice. That's pretty
really
badass.
cool.
You think he's gonna be there today? Maybe
No, I don't. I think he's done. I think
You need to put that as your intro for the next show you do.
yeah.
This guy performed with Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, and it's comedy, so people will take it. Now, you know how many people use Kill Tony as a credit, and all they did was bomb once?
Yeah, they ate absolute shit.
Dude, I signed up. I should use that as a credit.
This guy, you have seen him written down on paper at Shakespeare's in
He's been
Austin,
near
Texas.
Kill Tony.
Yep.
You do the Kill Tony logo and then a really small asterisk.
This guy turns Kill Tony on to go to bed. Give it up for Alonzo Cantu.
I'd feel really bad because I never seen the show, nor do I ever want to see the show.
Dude, I almost don't want to do it just to prove that I don't need it. It's kind of one of those things. It's like,
You don't need it.
You say some of the cringiest shit in the world sometimes.
oh, fuck you.
You prove that I don't need it.
You say that like I'm a serious person at all, or that I mean any
That's
of what I
that's
say.
what Tony wants to hear.
He's debating about whether he needs it or not.
Yeah, and he's listening.
Yes, I got him wrapped around my cosmic finger.
I'm glad I said it.
I've made Texas mine.
I'm glad I said it on this podcast. Now he'll see
I've
it.
turned Texas into L.A. and I'm the Weinstein.
They're all my Jeremiah Watkins.
Look, I'm the Tony Hinchcliffe of San Antonio. You can't tell if I'm gay or not.
Let me see. They also have a
That's about
Muse,
it.
which
You
is
should start
which is
wearing
a
cutoff
suppository.
like sweater vest.
I will.
Okay, so
And
Trimix.
doing TRT so my face is cherry red.
I was thinking. I thought
Ooh.
this might be it. So Trimix is the med you inject in your dick. So Zandy did
Dude,
clarify
Zanny really
that.
is on a next fucking level. And I meant that as a compliment, Zan.
And let me see. They
Little
they
Zan.
also have they also have Muse. Oh, that's what it's called, which is a suppository you insert in the penis.
Sorry?
Yeah, a suppository that you put in your
Yeah,
dick hole.
I get
It's called
that.
Muse. Let's look that
Sorry?
up real quick. Let's see.
Black hole. Oh wait, no, that's fucking Soundgarden.
Black hole, come, won't you fly into my open mouth? Black hole, come, where'd you come in my bum?
We will be.
Jesus, fuck, that's a big
Yay.
fucking pill. One
Wait,
second.
you can get that from Hims? Hims doesn't want you to know that that's what you have to do.
1 second. Muse
It's so easy. You
suppository.
just take this urethral suppository and place it in your cool hip dick tip. Hims. Kill Tony sponsor.
Let me see this real quick.
Tonight I'm doing a show in Austin.
That is way too big to put in your penis.
Dude, those two fingertips are very far apart.
So look, this is a dick suppository thing. Let me see if I can pull this up for the audience real quick. 1 second. It looks like a baby ear drainer kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like one of those old-timey fire air pusher things.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, like one of those like for a fireplace.
Yeah.
No,
You
that's what
gotta
I'm saying.
puff
Doesn't
your
this looks like
your
a
dick hole open.
Like, so this looks like so this is what you do.
You suck the cum out of your dick if you
What
can't
happens?
get it
Let me
out
see.
'cause
So,
you're a
for a
child.
non-surgical option for men with the applicator is used to place a pellet containing what in the urethra when it dissolves. That's what I'm saying. So where do you put the pellet?
So wait, you've got a pellet outlined halfway up your dick,
and then it's got to dissolve.
like a bone in a cartoon where you choke. Like there's a pellet circle
I'd
in
like
your.
to talk about Muse.
No, okay.
This is a urethral suppository.
All right,
It's
there we go.
actually a little tiny rice-sized suppository
Oh,
that
rice.
goes down the urethra through the hole at the tip of your penis. Muse stands for Medicated Urethral Suppository for Erections. It is
All
the
right, it does.
urethral suppository that we give right down the urethra to dilate blood vessels.
But what if
tear
you
open
pee
the
it right
packet,
out?
You drop it in your hand. This is the applicator. It looks like this.
Was there a
The
video?
applicator has the drug
Oh, there it is.
already preloaded inside of it.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
After you urinate, so the urethra is nice and wet,
There we go.
Knights of Comdonia.
You urinate when the
you're
urethra's
going to
not.
stick the applicator down the tip of your penis up to here.
Just
It goes in
realized
this far.
A guy
You
that
stick
sent a
the
video into
applicator
Is he
into
showing it
your
on
penis
his?
And then push
Yeah. It's showing it right here.
It's right below me.
He's in a white suit. And he just.
It's right below me. I'm literally
the drug
holding
drops
it.
into your wet urethra. Remember, you
Your
just
wet
urinated.
urethra. Dog. She's making my urethra so wet right now, dog. I'm going to pop this fucking Muse.
What if
Then the
you?
drug-
What if you accidentally come and then you're like, oh fuck, I can't use it now.
You know, Pete and Boz are using this shit all the time, dog. Pete and Boz, I need to get another one of the Muses, babe.
Do you ever think he makes a girl like hold it in her mouth and apply it that way?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Spit it into my mouth, baby.
Yeah.
She has to like bite on like the part that shoots it.
No, I was saying she like puts it in the middle of his dick and breaks it in the middle like
Yeah,
a fucking
right.
animal popper or something. Like
She
a
goes,
glow
"I'm gonna-
stick, like it's a
Take
glow
out the
stick.
gonna suck
applicator
that
from
medicine
the tip
out of
your
that
penis
urethra.
and roll the
Just
penis
like
between
a
your hands.
gummy bite down.
What? Wait a second, dude. This is great. You got to listen to this.
When
That's
the
like a
drug
glow
gets
stick.
into the wet urethra, you're going to take out the applicator from the tip of your penis and roll the penis between your hands.
Whoa!
I say for about 10 to 30 seconds.
It's like kneading dough.
Mostly I have patients do
10
it
to
for
30 seconds.
Take it and roll it down. Roll it.
No, it's like
Grab
this.
the
He did it
tip.
like this. He was like this.
You got to do an Indian fire burn or Indian.
Yeah,
rope
like you're
burn?
making fire. Yeah.
Indian rope burn.
Like you're trying to make fire with your balls.
No, dude, I think pushing it down like toothpaste.
Oh, are you the doctor? Are you the penis doctor? No.
Look, I'm not, but I
You
have.
have, that's what I'm saying. I love it saying it's like, this is what I would do. Well, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put it halfway.
You're trying to break it off in the center and spread it around the urethra. What you're gonna do is it's gonna end up in your fucking like groin.
It's gonna go into your bladder, dude.
Fuck
and,
you!
and
Don't
your
come
fucking
after me
shit.
for trying to innovate. All right.
All right.
for about 30 seconds to make sure it's good.
He's trying to get the fucking thing into his dick like he's getting out toothpaste or something.
I
Come
want
on.
to blow it in. I want to blow it in like I'm blowing
It's
up
like
a
you're making throwing fire on your ball sack. That's what it is.
You're trying to just spread the weld.
Once
Yeah.
that pellet dissolves, it will travel across the urethra, dilate the blood vessels, and your
This guy's gay, right?
Well, he wanted to become a sick penis
You want to
doctor.
go a penis doctor?
I'm a fucking lisp. I'm a doctor too. Fuck you.
He doesn't even want to work with like
Imagine being
good
a gay
hard
penis
cocks.
doctor. Just like imagine that dude. Oh my god, every day must be a fucking joy to him. Just looking at old cocks and getting them hard every day.
We really give like male gynecologists a hard time. Meanwhile, there's like gay and female penis doctors just under the radar.
I think the gay penis doctor. Well, I don't think the female penis doctor would enjoy it as much as the gay penis doctor. I don't know.
She sees it as much grosser to be like, I've seen the inside of a dick hole.
Yeah.
Like, that's not hot.
The
But
gay
a gay
penis-
guy's like, I could fucking put my little tongue in there.
The gay guy is like a fucking chocolate tester in a chocolate factory. You know what I mean? That's his job. You know.
Have you seen the video of the guy that takes a golden spoon and eats ice cream and he's the tester? He's like vanilla cream coming up, but that's that guy with cum.
Yeah.
that
No.
guy takes a golden spigot and takes the cum and puts it in his mouth. It's like,
This guy's
Pineapple.
job is the beginning to every doctor porn ever. You know
Yes,
that, but
yes.
every day that's what he lives.
yes.
become
Imagine that guy as your fluffer.
Oh, dude, he would be so good at it because he
Just
knows.
kneading your dick.
With chemicals, with fucking with
He's picking
pills.
it up, he's slamming it, rolling it, picking up, slamming it,
I
rolling
put a little
it.
ecstasy in this one too. I got the dick pill with a little ecstasy chaser in your dick.
It's like trainers for the Olympics and like NFL who put steroids in the water.
Yeah.
He's just
This is the guy that gave Jackson sleep aids to go to bed.
gorged with blood. The good thing is it's easy. It's simple to use. The bad thing is it doesn't work for everybody. About 45% or so of men will get an erection hard enough for sex.
That's
and
not a
it
good
can have some side effects.
statistic.
Some men don't get any side effects, but the most common side effect is an achy pain in the penis.
Oh, why? Why would there be an achy pain in the penis when you're sticking a fucking plastic thing into there, shooting a fucking pill, crushing the pill in your dick like a fucking
Especially when they push the applicator as deep as possible. They note that it does seem to hurt.
Yeah. When they're fucking their dick with the applicator.
it's like a reverse kidney stone.
Yes, exactly.
When they're doing two kids in a sandbox, sometimes it will hurt their dick.
Achy feeling within the penis from the medication, and that happens in about a third of the men who use the drug. You can scratch yourself and get a little bleeding, but if you're careful, that probably won't happen.
Have you ever
And-
fucked an
Bloody
ass
cum.
and hit corn?
It's kind of like that, but in reverse.
Lastly, you could get a drop in blood pressure, dizziness, lightheadedness, that kind of thing.
Is it
These
really
are not
worth it?
common, but they
Oh,
can
yeah.
happen, and because of that, we like to try the first dose of news in a clinic to make
Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? I knew it. I knew it. Listen, listen, listen.
pressure, dizziness, lightheadedness,
Listen
that
to
kind
this.
of thing. These are not common, but they can happen, and because of that, we like to try the first dose of Muse in the clinic to make
That's what, yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. You're like, all right, well, we gotta fucking try it. We gotta. Hey, I gotta make sure.
You're gonna need to come in.
We
for
we
3
got
hours.
a Nasser on us.
Oh what?
Yeah,
A Larry Nasser,
Larry Nasser.
the Olympics, like
The Olympic rapist.
Yeah,
would,
he just, like, kept-
massage them, and he would be like touching. their
they'd like
pussy and
come
shit.
in and they'd be like, my arm hurts, and he'd be like, yeah, that's all centered in your vagina.
I'm gonna need you to bend down with your asshole sticking up in the air, please. I'm Larry Nasser, and I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
What a piece of shit. Fucking
Well, he's like continuously, like every week, there's like a story about him getting the shit kicked out of him in jail.
Yeah. So it's like,
That'd be funny if he just had a YouTube channel dedicated
Just
to
a
that.
live stream of his cell.
All right, Nasser. I bet that'd be funny though if it wasn't even for the child rape. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
He's just a
Like, you
jail
didn't-
snitch.
you didn't share your cornbread with me the other day, you
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit.
He's getting beat for everything that has nothing to do with being a kid rapist.
Well, they're like, we're all kid rapists. You're just the worst.
He's
of them
just like a
all.
weird race that doesn't have a
that's the
lot
thing.
of.
It's not like they're gonna put him in fucking just whatever. Like usually they put you around a bunch of other fucking diddlers.
There was something about like whatever cell he got. He got another like famous abuser's cell. I almost.
Probably Cosby. When Cosby left, he got to take it over.
Yeah,
would
it
make
may
sense.
have been Cosby. It may have been
Let me look that up.
Weinstein
What's
before
that?
he got
Is that-
out.
that's I don't know why that's kind of interesting to me.
Or like the Epstein one, because Epstein's was pretty well cleared out that same day.
Which is interesting because I think I'm not 100% sure, but I maybe because of the Olympic stuff.
Holy shit, he got stabbed multiple times.
Larry Nassar?
But I don't know if that made it federal, but I know a lot of the issue, he was like the person for Michigan State. So like Michigan State girls also. It was Olympic gymnast and Michigan State athletics. Like
So this is from 2021. Larry Nassar has thousands of dollars in his prison account, but he's only making minimum payments to his victims. Court documents show.
Oh my God, he can't even pay in prison doing nothing but holding on to
no,
his money.
apparently, yeah, he can.
Like
but
even then, he's gonna nickel and dime people. What?
Well, but like that, they're like, this guy's. It was like he's still in prison. He's $1,000 in his prison thing. Oh wow, he can buy all the ramen noodles in prison. Wow,
he's the big spender. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's probably like they probably fucked him up over some money shit. If he's got that kind of money and shit.
But then the other thing is
you
like
don't get money from a guy once you kill him or beat him up. That's the only thing, unless he had it on him.
how can you be more like in the pocket of the government than being? How are they letting him get away with still not paying when they literally like he has foregone his rights?
Don't they?
Well, here's the thing: the government's going to care about them getting the money first. So it's like, I'm sorry, going. What did you say?
No, I was going to say, don't they do like a liquidation where they just take all of his assets and turn it into cash and then turn that over?
Well, then you can't put money. You have to have somebody else put money in your commissary. I'm pretty sure. So it's probably just somebody from his family
That's a
that.
separate-
gave him
yeah.
the money.
That may be more of like a tax thing. So what I wouldn't be surprised is if like he gets to keep his shit for maybe a period of time, but as soon as like he has any issue with the IRS,
If he's paying taxes on it, he can hold on to all of his assets and use that to pay these women.
wait, but it's like he's still not doing that. I don't even know how.
But
like,
I see what you're saying. Why aren't they enforcing him paying them?
yeah, it's like
It's like child support.
How
Fucking-
if you don't have like control over him at that point, it's like.
I think you guys misunderstood the article, right? So
Maybe his lawyers are good.
he's not doing anything wrong. It's honestly an article trying to make him look bad, which I mean, I don't really care because he's a fucking rapist. But if you look at it, it says he's only making the minimum payments. So he's obviously on a payment plan. So he's still making the minimum payments to the victim, but they're like, he has thousands of dollars in his commissary.
The point is he's still
making
going to
the-
nickel and dime his way through the rest of his life.
Well,
Like
I mean, you might need that money. I can't blame the guy for like wanting to have some money. You know what I mean? When you're in fucking jail and you have to live a life.
I know. I don't know how much he needs though.
I see what you're saying. I do think the article misled because I was under the impression like he was not minimum seems like about as much as they could enforce.
But but to your point, like why don't they just take his like?
Because we live in fucking America.
I think it's because
So he could be in prison, still have all this money and these assets.
I think it's because it was criminal charges and you can't prove that he profited off of it like directly, and so I think until he has some kind of IRS issue, he can hold on to his assets.
Well, the thing, no, it's until he starts making those minimum monthly payments. It's if he starts making those minimum monthly payments, then they can use extra whatever means that they
can they liquidate things like I guess like I don't see the IRS having the government having the
here's the
ability to
thing.
liquidate.
He
This
has
is
the
what they
right.
do.
He has the right to have equity.
No, here's
just
the thing.
because he's in jail doesn't mean he all his money can just be enveloped.
Yeah, it's not
for
like
no
fucking
reason.
Russia. But
Right.
the thing is, like, I think they can take everything but the house. If he owns his house, I don't know if that's every state, but I know there's certain states. I think Texas is one of them where you can't take the person's house. You know, maybe I'm wrong there.
You can't unhouse someone basically.
You can't like take their fucking house, you know, but you can basically take everything else. I think I don't know, maybe car too, because I think that because like, oh, how can they pay us if they can't get to back and forth to work and shit?
But you can
I think everything else is like, you know, like whatever. If they have any other investments or properties or shit like that, I think they can, you know.
But isn't that partially true? Because can't they put a lien on your assets, and if you don't have anything, they can make it anything, like a house, a car.
Well, I'm saying, I think, but so there's certain kinds of liens you can put on stuff to where it's not that where they're not going to take it necessarily. Like it can be on like, so you can have a lien on certain parts of the house instead of the house itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they can't really. So let's say you had to lean on the fixtures. You know, the house would have to go to like. Yeah. It wasn't until like your shit was in foreclosure that I think that they can go and take the you know, whatever you owe them from the house when it's getting sold by the bank and shit. You know, they would get whatever for the fixtures. But I'm just saying. So I don't know if that's the way it works. 'Cause I'm not a fucking expert when it comes to that. But
You come in your house and it's got no light. Just the lights are pulled out of your home.
Yeah, there's no outlets.
Mm-hmm.
You can't charge your phone ever.
And then the other
you
thing
gotta
is
go to Starbucks and download your fucking shows on the Wi-Fi.
You got to get on Pirate Bay and download Futurama season 3.
I'm gonna start Pirate Gay, and it's only just gay pornography.
You know you don't have to pirate gay porn. You know that shit is readily available.
That'd be funny if Pornhub was just like, Texas can't watch any porn except for gay porn.
There's a part of me that feels like there's no such thing as revenge porn in the gay community.
I don't know, unless like you're looking fat and that.
At the time, I was working down to my goal weight, and he has put that out there. And
I mean, if you're Nicholas Avocado, I don't think there is. I don't think whatever the you heard of that Nick Avocado guy?
Dude, isn't that crazy what he did?
Yeah, it's weird because everybody was talking. I don't know if I talked about it on the last show or when it happened and stuff, because I really didn't follow it. But I love that he thinks that he like got one over on people. It's like the weirdest shit. It's like I'm like, you're a crazy person.
Yeah. Good job. You lost weight. Why can't you just be like, hey guys, guess what? I lost weight. Isn't that awesome? And then we're like,
I got
good
all
job.
you guys
Yeah.
following me and thinking I was a fat guy, but I'm a skinny guy now. It's like, but you were a fat guy.
2 steps ahead. Well, the funny thing was that he tried to make it seem like that was his goal all along, was to spend 8 years being morbidly obese and unhealthy. Like, nah, man, you just spent 8 years being fat, and then you realized you needed to lose weight.
Yeah, it's like
it wasn't a master plan.
Yeah, it's like if I was just smoking meth for 8 years and
And
shit.
then you stopped.
Yeah, I stopped for like 30 months, but still filmed videos of me smoking meth, and then I'm just like, hey guys, guess who's got his family back? Guess who's a Christian now?
Guess who fell for it?
No teeth and all that.
You idiots think I was sucking dicky yesterday for meth. No, just 8 months ago.
As a bit.
Exactly.
As a social experiment.
Right, him being fat and making all of his money on mukbangs is not
Not only
like,
just mukbangs, no, fucking OnlyFans.
Oh,
Fucking-
dude. I mean, I'm
fucking
sure,
gay
but
pornography.
he made his money on mukbangs, though. He did. And then he invested in OnlyFans.
Like a smart man.
That was what we call private equity.
Yeah, I don't know. So I wish I could be a fat guy, but I just even when I don't know, it's something about being fat that just makes me hate myself. But then there's chicks that are into fat guys and all that, and I don't know. It's
That's
weird.
That's a minority, though.
That's
Dude, I like minorities. What are you fucking saying, dog? I've sex with
sorry.
all the minorities.
that is a thing that you'll see where it's like someone is so big, a guy, and then he's got the most attractive, hot, skinny little. And I don't know what that is. Is that just proof that women care about who the person is?
Or maybe they like are into like maybe they have a big fat dad and they want to fuck their dad.
That's true.
I mean, there's also money.
Yeah,
That's true. The fat
It
guys
costs
that we
money
see are the
to-
fat guys that have money to be seen.
I saw like, some sorority girl college the other day, and it's like she's with like some fat oaf, but it's like you can tell that he's like some rich frat guy.
was this on X Hamster?
Zamster.
Zam, not bad.
It was on Zandy Stir. No, I think actually it's important to note that there are many exceptions to that rule. One being Sam Tallent's wife is a doctor, and he's just a comedian. I mean, he's doing very well, but she's a full-on doctor.
But here's the interesting
so
thing.
it's not just she likes him because he's got money. And apparently they had met before she was even going to med school, and he was still just a shitty comic.
Dope. I wonder how long that's gonna last. So, like I was saying,
No, whoa!
I'm just saying.
Whoa!
All right.
You're one to speak. What
What do you mean? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some sluts to go tempt that guy, take some blackmail pictures, so I'm right. Nobody
worry.
can be happy if Alonzo's not happy.
Don't worry, he owes White Cotton one more show, so you can get them to go down to the Blind Tiger
Good.
in a couple of months.
I'm gonna fucking Bugs Bunny him. I'm gonna dress like a chick.
Over here, and he walks and he falls through a pit.
No, he falls into my asshole.
Dude, imagine Alonzo dressed up as Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my god!
Just a tight red dress.
God, that's fucking.
I got the
hot.
ass for it.
Hell
I'm about to
yeah.
get the tits for it.
You
And a
got
couple
the
more
ass,
cheeseburgers.
man. Yeah.
Put some tennis balls in.
What was oh shit? What was I thinking?
Jessica Rabbit is a really cute fupa.
Oh yeah, so I was thinking it's interesting that like if you're a fat guy or you're like a really muscular guy, you know, unless it's like a glandular thing, but if you're like working out all the time, you know, or if you're like eating, like it costs money to maintain that body type.
Yeah.
You know?
Or the healthier food is more expensive. You need some sort of. Well, I mean, you
Even if you're
can
buying
always
cheap
run.
food,
Running is free.
That's what I do.
It's like I know fat people. It's like they'll go to fucking McDonald's and they'll spend like $30 out of McDonald's and shit. I'm like, damn.
It is a sign of wealth, though, because like in the 20s, they were like, if you're fat, you're wealthy as shit. Like
Yeah,
princes and kings and queens that were fat, they were like, you run this.
There's a video I saw that's kind of explain how a lot of like fast food menu nows are trapped, and that they like start with the stuff that looks like it is not filling, and then they move to the stuff that looks better. It's just like it's perfect at upselling now.
Oh, like French fries. It's like if you eat the French fries, you don't even want the burger. You're already full by eating the French fries because they're fucking starch.
And so like there's a thing in fast food now of people are dramatically over ordering their food, like their eyes being bigger than their stomach.
Oh, they probably even do it size wise, or they make like the little thing look smaller and the other thing look bigger and shit.
Well, I order from Taco Bell and I use the MyFitnessPal thing. I can get one taco that is under 500 calories. That's it. There's only there's like 2 items, and that's it.
The
Everything
Doritos.
else- Dude, literally, not even the Doritos Loco. That's like 670 calories.
I thought the Doritos
this
Loco
much
was
food.
160. I'll check the other day.
Oh, it is?
Dude, double check the
Oh,
Doritos
fuck,
Tacos
dude.
Loco.
I'm so sorry.
Double check the.
Dude, I'm so
But
sorry.
you guys are such fags. I've never looked at any kind of fucking calorie in my
And that's
goddamn
why you
life.
can't dress as Jessica Rabbit.
Bitch,
fucker.
I'll fucking. I'm trying to I'll get naked right here. I bet your ass won't.
Look, I got holes in my shirt. I'm trying to be better. I want to be sexy.
I'll tell you what is less
No,
than
it's
100
sexy
calories.
confidence. No, it's sexy.
Yeah, I have holes in
That
my
was a
shirt.
great Alonzo, though. That was a great.
Sorry.
That was great.
The things that are under 500 are like the cherry limeade sparkler.
Dude,
But-
I swear
but
to
I'm
God,
like-
I'm on the. Dude,
I just hate.
I have no idea what's going on here because it makes me feel bad that I'm like I want to just call them every slur in the book right now.
How dare you know how many calories something
How
is?
dare you give a fuck?
How dare you care about your buddy, you pussy bitch? You
Is
know
that
what?
caring?
I'm so sorry. I'm way blown this out of proportion.
As I'm saying, I care about my body, but do I worship it like you guys do? There's a fucking fine line when you're counting Taco Bell fucking taco calories, and you're like, and Sam's like, "There's been an update, dog. You better check on that." Like,
No,
you guys
no,
fucking are following the same.
Alonzo's treating us like we're such prudes. Meanwhile, we had like 3 beers with him
Yeah,
at 2.
I think we're good, bud. I think we definitely don't fully love our bodies.
Yeah. My body's
You're
a
right.
temple,
You're
dog.
right.
Look, I want to recuse my last. I want to take back my last statement. That was completely dishonorable of me to say that nothing is under 500 because you can very easily get a double-decker taco beef for $3.20. You can also get a fiery Doritos Locos taco.
They're not paying us, Sam. Stop it. They're not paying us shit. It's all good. Zandy Ramirez says, if you turn the taco al fresco, it saves calories. What does that mean?
This is what I've heard. You take out the sour cream, the cheese, and you do like tomato, onion, and I think it's like street style topping where it's like I think it's cilantro, onion, and tomato. I think.
We live in San Antonio. Why are we going to... I went to Taco Bell one time.
Fuck you, man. Taco Bell rocks.
Yeah,
and it's the only
there's
place
something
that's open
about.
late.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's something. Because Mexican food places. Well, there's plenty of Mexican food places that are open 24 hours in San Antonio.
There's a few.
Are they worth it? And are they close to me? Not necessarily.
Taco
It's like,
Bell is.
Well,
Yeah.
here I haven't been to Taco Bell for a few years myself, but there's one just right down the street, and so I've been more in this year than I have in like the past few years.
Right.
But still, it's like there's a certain kind of nostalgia. I remember when I first smoked weed. I was at my friend Smith's house, and the dad brought the fucking Taco Bell party pack, and there was like 12 hard shell tacos. I never had a taco from Taco Bell before, and I don't know. It just it just hits a certain spot in all the different ways in my mind.
Was that in Arkansas?
Yeah, in Arkansas. Yeah, that was.
Look, if I want a street taco, I don't go to Taco Bell. To me, they're different things. Same with like Tex-Mex. If I wanted like.
Yeah, I go to Taco Bell for a Frito burrito or for
I go
or
to
the
Taco Bell.
cheesy gordita.
Stupid
crunch.
shit.
I go to Taco Bell for Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't go to Taco Bell for like a traditional
Mexican
street.
cuisine.
Yeah.
No, I feel that though. Tommy's is probably the most like has like the best tacos and has the most like locations around San Antonio, like the closest to like Taco Bell of good Mexican food.
Tommy's is good. You know,
But they close at like 5, don't they, or some shit like that?
I don't know. I mean, I will say I like Las Palapas. I think a lot of people don't, but
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
I now that I'm close to a Las Palapas, 2 bacon and egg tacos with green sauce. A lot of mornings is just the easiest, best breakfast.
Yeah.
What was it? Fucking my chick sent me this shit. What was somebody turning the McDonald's Grand Slam breakfast into like pancake breakfast tacos? I'm like, what is it? The Mexican urge to turn everything into a taco? It's like.
Well, my girlfriend likes taco palenque. Are you guys into that, or is that?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. There's all these
I
different
don't
words.
even know.
I know that there's one place called Cerritos or what I think it's what it's called that I like to go to. I don't even know if that's the right place. It's like all these names. I'm like, that sounds about right. That's got the right
There's all
letters
these like,
in there.
taco places that aren't. They're not like national fast food chains.
Arturo Barr says when Alonzo gets mad, he turns into Don Vito. That's so real. That's so real.
Bam, let me get this little girl's titty.
No, baby, get the fuck off of me!
All right, now what? Now I'm gonna hit Alonzo's ass.
I get so mad, I fucking I get arrested for molesting. Underage girl.
Alonzo, fucking calm down.
Alonzo, damn, stop, Alonzo! When you run in and beat up your dad, Alonzo, fuck, stop, Alonzo!
Well, that's the thing. See, I'm
God
a DJ.
damn it, Alonzo, stop!
They didn't show Don Vito until CKY 4.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don was kind of held in the background, and he wasn't even shown like you're saying. I
I
don't
said,
think.
and CKY 4 is the first time I showed Don Vito, but it's when it's Don Vito versus 50 shots of schnapps.
Yeah.
And then he does like 50 shots of schnapps and all that, and it's just him sitting. It's like a 30 fucking minute thing of him just sitting down there drinking the fucking shots and them just like fucking around at the bar.
And his loose.
then-
Yeah, Don Vito rapes boys.
So, me and Don Vito, we're gonna go to Transylvania, and we're gonna be like raping children or whatever.
Don Vito's having a sleepover.
Don Vito and I are gonna traffic girls across the EU.
Is a part of the BAM CKY tour.
You guys aren't. First off,
Ray John's gonna be sitting in the back.
you guys aren't even doing BAM. You're doing more BAM's toadies. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's the thing.
Sorry,
fucking
we
Bam
can't-
Margera's fucking. You know, you guys don't understand. All right.
Oh,
It's fucking-
he still has voice.
Can we
like
have
that.
Bam and Howard Stern? Bam getting on the Sibian.
So, Bam, you're gonna come for us? Is that right?
all right.
Wow, you're looking really hot today. You're looking really good.
Fucking Howard. Just want to get over here and make me feel like those guys from Ronkonkoma Bay. You know, sit out here right there and just jiggle my old Reiki on hole. If you know what I'm saying.
Bam Margera are gonna make me come. Oh shit! The Twin Towers were just struck.
Know who is the greatest comedy hero of mine though?
Jesus, the second tower just struck.
Fucking
No,
Jesus,
Bam,
Bam,
what is
how do you
your
feel
asshole?
that you're orgasming while the Twin Towers are falling right now? Do you feel bad? Then
Yeah, I don't know. It feels. I don't really give a shit, dude.
look in the camera and say, "Hey, Daddy, what do you think of me now?"
Hey, Phil, I'm getting fucked on Howard Stern.
Dude, but you guys like Brandon DiCamillo though?
Oh yeah, Deco's my guy.
Yeah, he's like, well, and it's
He's
so
like
great.
secretly a genius.
No, he's not secretly a genius. He's just a fucking genius. It's like he's. That's what I'm saying. It's like how is he's like the funniest dude all the time, and he's like funny in a way that's so unique.
Yes.
And then also he just walked away from fame and shit. Like he just walked away from it. Now he just like has a regular job and he's like a family man or whatever.
I think he was just very underappreciated.
I've seen
No,
him.
man, I love Deco.
No, they didn't feature him enough on that show.
No,
at
he didn't
all.
want to be featured. That's what I'm saying. No. Dude, Deco, that's what I'm saying. Deco never left Westchester. He didn't like to get on planes. All he did, he liked to stay at home. They said it in the thing when they're like, hey, Deco, you going to come to Mexico with us? Like, no, I'm going to sit here and play Mortal Kombat. He had the world record for Mortal Kombat 2 a couple times. Like, the world record for Mortal Kombat 2. So he just stays in Philly, he plays Mortal Kombat, and watches old black and white Western
This is
movies.
the thing. You're on such a different level of understanding who these people are that I can't say anything.
Well,
You know Brandon DiCamillo from 2004 to 2007's.
well,
that
probably earlier
show.
than that. I've known.
Right,
I've been
right.
watching him since CKY.
Since like 90s,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like mid, late 90s.
Well, yeah, no, like early 2000s, like maybe 2001, something around that era and shit.
Wasn't Bam as a kid on?
When CKY3, the one with the plunger in the face and all that, when that hit skate shops, that's when I bought it because I just vividly remember those VHSs everywhere, and they had the DVD. That's just right when the DVD was coming out too. And so they had a DVD version or the VHS version. The VHS version was cheaper. So I remember getting that from my brother. And it was the first time I'd ever seen, we never seen Bam Margera. We didn't know who these guys were.
Yeah.
We watched that fucking VHS tape and then we invited all our friends over and we watched that nonstop forever. That was like the thing. And we're like, where are these other tapes, I don't know. That was a big fucking thing. Yeah. I was super obsessed with Bam. You want to hear some gay shit? I was like, man, when I die, I hope I can go to heaven and just watch Bam Margera. And I just watch his life, see what he does.
What will he think of next? Whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad. Johnny Knoxville investing in CKY and those guys was such a smart move.
Well, it wasn't Johnny Knoxville. It was Jeff Tremaine.
Well, Tremaine and Knoxville were the two.
Yeah. Well,
kings
you're
of that
right.
castle.
Yeah. Well, you're right.
But you're right.
Yeah, no.
Those two, like, agreeing that CKY would be a good thing to add was so smart because it would have just been two competitors, and instead it was stronger because they were all together.
Well, that's if you just had the CKY element. Like created that group dynamic that and it's like that's what they were selling more than anything with the CKY thing is like people having fun doing crazy stuff together, and totally, because back in the day the Johnny Knoxville stuff, it was just him solo stuff, and Steve-O just him solo stuff.
And those guys, I think that the CKY guys appealed to what it was to like just be a fucking kid, like because they were kids and really. Like there at the beginning, especially on CKY, it just felt like, oh, those guys do the things I do, but now they're famous.
Oh, it's like
Steve-O was like a clown, and Johnny Knoxville felt like this California like prince, but the CKY guys were just like
it was Steve-O.
Fucking tards in the middle of America,
Yeah, fucking Well, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to what was great about it was the most people trying to look cool and shit. It was like the thing where it's like, oh, we're he used to look cool. People that kind of look cool, but they also look stupid. But it was like they look cool looking stupid in a weird way. It's that weird. I don't know. Either way, Sam's got to get out of here.
Yeah,
John
go,
Tuttle's
fellas.
already decided. He's already calling his Uber and shit. Thank you guys for tuning in. And that's been a funky deal there. I'll see you guys next week.
Nine a winner. Pay the front line. Take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, scrap, wants 4. Scrap, wants 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4 and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place bets. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who Play 6.
So funky. So funky.
Coming out again for a new point.
So funky.
Bets down, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants the hard 4?
So funky.
5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
4 4's the point, mark 4.
So funky.
Ace deuce scrap, mark 4. Ace deuce, deuce.
So funky.
Scrap, 1. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Who wants to come?
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace deuce, who wants to come? 6 the point, who wants to come? 6 the point, who wants to come? 6 the point. Play 6.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.